Matty, they brought a couple in last week, or Stewie, sorry, United brought a couple in last week and they performed.
Yeah, they certainly did. When you look at Liam White, I thought he was very explosive, particularly in the third quarter. He's very quick. And the big fella, Tristan Dolan, he played very well. He played his role. Big fella, went to around about centre-half forward and was able to break the packs open, and it was a target there as well.
So United, as you can hear, they have made their way out onto the ground. They're getting their pre-game grand final photo as we speak. And the other one for mine, Corey Daniels, he's the key player up forward and has had a sensational final series, Matt. And we only need to think back to 3 weeks ago to the elimination final in this very location, having kicked 8 goals.
And the ground like Swanhill suits him as well too. There's plenty of space. So the question for Woorinen is, who do you play on him? I mean, Ben Booth is named as full-back, but I mean, Ben is probably a bit slow to keep him out of that space as well too. He's all right with the ball kicked up in the air, but United don't like to kick the ball up in the air. When they're moving the ball forward, they like to open the forward 50 up, put in the space and let Corey, Patrick Vespremi, even Max Thompson as well too, to work into that space and get those options there. So for Woorinen, the pressure's going to be on them a little bit as well too, is to try and clog up the back line for the United side so that they've got no space. But on the other side, United need to move it fast, open that game up so that they've got one-on-one opportunities and plenty of space to move into.
The Demons on the field, Woorinen have just come out and the umpires are as well, and with that we need to take a break. Our final one here on Footy Pre-Game with thanks to the Steel Shop in Swan Hill, because on the other side of this it is going to be game on in the 2025 Grand Final between Woorinen and Naya West United. You're listening to 3SH Central Murray Live.
For Graham Hayes Real Estate, Club Barham, Harvey Norman Swan Hill, and Holt Mitsubishi, Hyundai and Isuzu.
It's the Central Murray Live Grand Final Special on 3SH.
Tom Elliott.
Look, I've been really upset about the Charlie Kirk killing, but not just because of the death, but the symptomatic response is a real symptom of a sickness that I think is happening in our society.
I know, Sophie, I find it sickening as well. It's a sickness, and there were people from Crikey, the chaser here, who made a really ill-judged joke within a day of Charlie Kirk's death, and I thought it was absolutely appalling.
Tom Elliott. Weekday mornings from 8:30 on 3SH.
It's up, hanging in the air, higher and longer than a boom lift at full stretch. Oh, he's getting under it. Oh, here he comes. Oh, that's huge. That's a Swan Hill High special.
They say what goes up must come down, but not before giving us the Swan Hill Hire mark of the day to remember. For the biggest lifts on and off the field, Swan Hill Hire has the gear to take you higher. Scissor lifts, boom lifts, telehandlers and more. Somebody get the highlights ready. That's the Swan Hill Hire Central Murray mark of the day.
Now, there's no iron team, right? To be the premier outdoor store, all brands need to pull together. Weber, #1 in barbecues. Well done. FXD, Cass, Hardyacker and Bisley. Keeping the job going. Nice. Crocs and Yeti, you knew, but you fit in beautifully. Mongrel, Oliver and Blundstone, always putting your best foot forward. And a clap for always reliable, outdoor savvy, Engel, Shimano, Daiwa and Jarvis Walker. Yep, champion brands make a champion team.
Blue Sky, your premier outdoor store. Local knowledge, real results, delivering professional service. Platinum Home Sales, selling solutions, not promises.
All right, team, listen up. It's game day, and we've got a hungry crowd out there. Are we going to feed them soggy snags, burnt burgers? I think not. We're firing up with the best from the Good Meat Co. in Leachville. We're talking juicy sausages, prime beef patties, tender chops, and steaks that'll make you cheer louder than a grand final goal. This is barbecue perfection, people. No excuses, just quality meat, ready to hit the grill.
The Good Meat Co., where every cook's a winner.
Now get out there and make some meat magic.
Are you ready to kickstart your career? Choices Flooring is offering paid training for new flooring installers. A Choices Flooring apprenticeship pays you an income while you complete your accreditation in one of Australia's highest paid trades. Work alongside experienced flooring professionals and earn while you learn. At Choices Flooring, our Certificate 3 apprenticeships cover both residential and commercial floor covering installation. To join the team, simply visit choicesflooring.com.
For Graham Hayes Real Estate, Club Barham, Harvey Norman Swan Hill, and Holt Mitsubishi, Hyundai and Isuzu.
It's the Central Murray Live Grand Final Special.
Grand final day from the Swan Hill Rec Reserve. It is Woorinen taking on Nyanaia West United. Both teams and umpires are lining up as we speak. We're about ready to get the national anthem, and league manager Jesse Chester is just announcing right now. We might see if we can pick up the what's being said at the moment. We'll see how we go, and I'll get the name of the artist that was singing just then, but she's got some pipes on her, I know that, because she did a fantastic job just then. And we're going to get the toss of the coin. We might head down now to Matty Curran and Glenn Stewart, thanks to Mawson's Concrete. And Matty, you can call us through the toss of the coin, I reckon.
Yes, I've got Henry Thompson for the Woorinen side, and Joel Walsh and Dom Gallo for the United side, and Dale Hall, the umpire, will toss the coin. He's just about to toss the coin up there now. United have called it. And the winner of the coin toss is Henry Thompson, and we're kicking to the Pritchard Street end, which is the leisure centre end, in the first quarter.
So Woorinen will be kicking to the left of your radio dial, as they say in the classics, and the umpires for this afternoon, we can't forget to mention them, and of course they joined Noel a little bit earlier on footy pre-game. And they are Brent Howden, Dale Hall, Glenn Evans and James Downing. And it's always a big day for them as well, isn't it, Noel?
Almost their grand final as well. They've worked really hard, battled away throughout the season. So congratulations and good luck to the umpires. I did ask them, are they mic'd up? The answer is yes. And the other question I put to them, which is the one everybody wants to know, and that is, so when there's 3 ball-ups in a row, do they actually pluck one? The answer was, well, we might have a good look at that, actually. Which would be fantastic. We don't need 4 in a row.
It's almost the unofficial rule, isn't it? So, of course, every day, well, this time, every week throughout winter, we give out our Cordinas Mechanical and 4x4 Best on Ground, our Vernon Steele Goal of the Day, and our Swan Hill High Mark of the Day. We will be doing so once again for the final game of the season, and Woorinen, they've actually gone out and just having a little bit more of a kick. Nyanaia, on the other hand, they are in a huddle and getting their last minute words of inspiration. But with that, Matt, we might have a bit of a look at the ground, and just a quick ground report for those playing along at home. Yeah, well, actually, when the sun comes out, the breeze drops as well too, so there's probably no real favouritism. Probably still heading towards the leisure centre end, the Pritchard Street end, which Woorinen will kick to. Ground's in good nick, though. I mean, it is the premier ground in the league as well too, and the justified place for the grand final. Smooth as carpet as well too. A little bit slippery, that Stewie said. I was wondering whether that was some of the reserve players looking for a bit of a break, falling over as well too. But really, should be no complaints at all for a great game of footy today.
Matty, can we play corridor today?
We certainly can, and we certainly should as well too. And both these sides like to do that as well. They actually like to take that short chip, the 15 or 20 metre kick. And what are supporters on the boundary side will say, oh, why are you going for that one as well too? But what happens is, though, they open up the game, and that short kick into the middle of the ground, all of a sudden it opens up the game, and then United, they want that to open up. Same as with Woorinen as well too. Both these sides play very similar sort of game styles. They structure up, they zone up as well too. The best way to beat a zone is that quick kick and then over the back. Lucas
Utica, Blake Larkins, Nick Threadgold and Liam White starting on the bench for United, and it will be Alex Erlinson to start in the ruck as the Demons are in position. Woorinen making their way out now. But before we get underway, guys, we're about 30 seconds away from the grand final. We might get a quick tip from all of you, starting with you, Noel.
Yeah, I'm going for the Woorinen side. Been strong all year.
Matt? Or Shuey?
Yeah, I'm going for United in a close one.
And Stewie, a tip from you as well.
Yeah, I'm going for United by 33 points and Henry Thompson BOG.
Shane, just having a look, Corey and Best Premier.
hang on. We need to unpack that a little bit.
I know.
You're going for United by 33 points and Henry Thompson me on Stewie.
Woorinen, I think.
Woorinen is what it is.
I'm on the Demons this afternoon. Our first quarter brought to you by Blue Sky Outdoor Experts. Our grand final for 2025 is underway. Here's Noel Watson.
The ball came out the back. Jai Barry's kick was smothered. The ball goes in and under. Yeah, just mentioning there, Corey Daniels, Best Premier, starting really deep and a very small half-forward line for the Demons. Obviously, we want to get some run and carry if they can. Ball comes out the back. Chance for the Woorinen combination. Not able to get it clearly over the top. Ball back in the middle of the ground. So, again, the central umpire comes in for a ball up.
So, ball still in the centre square. Gardner gets it out now, finds Miliardo, who throws it on the boot, goes inside 50, slipping over there was Perry. At the back of the pack, Stone taps it to himself, gets on the left boot, wheels it around to the top of the square, can't take the mark. Out the back, Mitch Grenham feeds the handle off to Bingham. He wants to get it on the outside to Campbell, decided against that, ended up running his full measure, but going about 5 metres before he kicked out towards Riley Daniels.
Who dropped the mark. Daniels gave the handball quickly over the top to Grenham. Grenham ducking, weaving, kicks the ball, goes over the line and out of bounds on the full. Free kick goes the way of the Woorinen combination. Outer side, Reed has it, drills it through the guts, and Jai Barry takes the mark, and we know what he does. He wheels left and plays on.
So feeds the handball off to Lockie Gardner, who looks to switch lanes, heads out and finds Kane Reid, who marks at half forward. Probably too far out to score here for the Tigers. But Reid goes long, inside 50, over the head there, Skane, and a good mark at the back taken by Nash Richmond, and that is an early contender for our Swan Hill Higher mark of the day.
Richmond back in the side a few weeks, had a little bit of a shoulder concern, but he's back in playing full-back, got it strapped. He goes very short to the back pocket, so the Demons have numbers, they're going to use it. Comes to 3 gold. That's Zach. Back pocket, kicks down the line or close to the boundary line. The mark the leaders on. Great effort there by Erlinson to grab it second time before it went over the line. Now he's got to kick down the ground. That is out on the full. The target was going to be Jordan Utica. Goes out of bounds on the full, and Jai Barry has the kick.
So Barry now, half forward. He's just asking the crowd. Well, he didn't really ask us so much, just accidentally stood on a couple of feet, but there is a big crowd here today at the Swan Hill Rec. Goes long, inside 50, pack forms, no one able to take the mark. Miliardo doing the roving, taken over the line by Jaden Sterling, and we'll have a boundary throw-in 20 metres around from the Tigers' goal.
You just mentioned Miliardo there, Noel, but Jaden Sterling is actually matched up with him, so probably a good matchup for him, same like for like, I reckon.
Absolutely, from the ruck work, snagged out the back of the pack there by Beams. Dougie lays it on the boot, close to the boundary line. Now it's gone through for a minor score, yes, and Woorinen are on the board. Woorinen 1 minor, and that is on the Blue Sky Outdoor Experts scoreboard. Good on Luke and the team, they'll be here today.
So Walsh brings the ball straight in long towards centre wing. Gains about 80 metres, but they've turned it over, taken now, and, well, taken out a tackle there by Braden Bingham. And that was Blake Reid. He looks a little bit ginger there with that shoulder too, Matt and Stewie.
Yeah, just a little bit proppy.
From the ruck work, the ball came out the back. Just watching down at centre half forward. Beams has gone back, and he's manning up, if you don't mind, Walsh. After Walsh taking that kicking in, that's a magnificent kick from full back by Walsh, by the way. Took the full meterage and then unloaded across the ground, yes, but a long kick ball. Outer side centre wing. Central has the ball, gives it plenty. Gardner pushes the ball, but lovely ruck work. Sees the ball go over the line and out of bounds. And I say lovely in so much as that Alex Erlinson kept it away from the Woorinen on-ballers. Had to keep it boundary side, went over the line and out of bounds.
He's going to have a big job this afternoon, is Alex Erlinson, and Blake Larkins when he comes on the field, as Erlinson takes the front position, tried to do the roving as well, but taken now by Barry. Or didn't really get rid of it. How does the umpire see it? He says it's holding the ball. So it'll be a free kick going the way of Charlie Bolton. About 80 from home. Bolton wants some options to present. Umpire's going to find 50, however. So encroaching over the mark, I would imagine. And it will be Charlie Bolton who will come all the way to about 25 metres out from goal and look to put the first on the board for the afternoon.
A really good start there for United. They're actually winning all of that contest around the ruck work as well too. Alex Austin has started very well against Lockie Gardner, and that's what United would have wanted from Alex, to compete and nullify his impact.
He's got early hands on it, hasn't he, Matt?
He has, and been pushing it forward for United as well too. Not just nullifying it, pushing it forward for him.
So a big moment here early on for Bolton, who After receiving the free kick with the tackle on Jai Barry, and there's not too many that can say they've done that in 2025. He's then received the 50-metre penalty, and from 25 metres out, 30 out with the kick, on its way. It's the dream start for the Demons. They're on the board. They get the first major, 1 straight 6. Woorinen 1 behind, and that is on the Blue Sky Outdoor Expert scoreboard.
Yes, a bit of an unfortunate 50 metres there for the Woorinen Tigers, but beautiful kick there by Charlie Bolton. We know he loves kicking goals, loves taking high screaming marks, as we saw out at Tullibuk a couple of weeks ago. A very classy player, and good start to West United.
Matty Lockie Gardner in the ruck. What's plan B if it doesn't work?
Plan B is probably Kane Reid as Tim Free said. Maybe you look at something different.
Oh, Woorinen were in the square and not seeing, well, the boundary umpire. He ran across in front of the boundary umpire. I don't know how he got away with it. That was Tommy Langford. The ball goes forward. Beams, Helton hasn't got the footy. Surely the umpire says no, play on. It's close to the boundary line. In fact, now goes over the line and out of bounds. Yeah, Beams trying to get to the footy. Had an arm wrapped around, and it's gone over the line and out of bounds. And Tommy Langford, very lucky to get away with that.
So ball now to be tossed back into play as Erlandson taps it down to the toes. No one able to take clean possession. Stone just slaps it forward, but Jai Barry runs out of room, and we will have another boundary thrown right in front of the Leisure Centre, about 45 around from Woorinen's goal.
Henry Thompson trying to get some movement on the ball. Comes out the back to Rush. Rush, we know, has got movement bred in him. I think he has a long shot at goal. Rush gets across. It's gone over the face of goal and through for a minor score. So a big kick by Robbie Rush, just not accurate.
That's a good start for Robbie Rush as well too. He's one of the players that Woorinen want to get into the game early. He gets in the game early, his confidence gets up, and he's hard to deal with, Ben.
So ball tossed back into play now. Erlandson front position, gets it out the back. Doing well there was Utica, feeds the handball to brother Lucas. Oh, his handball was smothered, however, from Langford. Langford wants to get around onto the right boot, sits it out in front of Beams, who takes the mark down low for the Tigers.
Great interception there, wasn't it?
Certainly was. And Beams he'll kick from right on 50, you would imagine. But with the wind slightly at his back distance, probably shouldn't be a problem here for the key forward.
Larkins on.
Langford was prepared to take the hit if he needed to, but just lowered the eyes.
And lovely possession there from Langford as well. Could have blazed away and gone long and deep, but as Noel said, lowered the eyes, spotted up the short target. Now Woorinen with Beams from 48 metres. Kick on its way, looking for their first of the afternoon. Doesn't quite have the legs, or does it?
Oh, I think the umpire liked it.
It was a little bit short to me, but I think it's a goal. It is.
Oh, he liked it.
So Woorinen, they retake the lead. 1-1-7 United, 1 straight 6. And that is on the Blue Sky Outdoor Expert scoreboard.
Probably lucky there's no goal review in the Central Murray, because they would have taken the ball and that was right on the line, but umpire in the best position there was able to call it a goal. He called it quickly a goal as well too. Just what Woorinen was looking for, a quick reply to the Charlie Bolton goal. Notice that Stewie said that Blake Larkins is on. He's gone straight in the middle. Alex Erlandson's gone down centre forward. Tristan Dolwyn's off.
Johnson comes onto the ground. Ball on the outer side. Breaking away. Barry has to kick on the outside of the right. What will be the bounce? It's a chaos ball into the half-forward line. Woorinen have the players. They have the footy tucked in. The umpire says, you're going nowhere, boys. As the two gun forwards, the big boys for Woorinen go back into the forward line and hoping for a long kick. Doesn't get it. Comes out the back. Utica picks it up and kicks forward on the left.
He does. Goes up towards half-forward. A couple of players pushed into the contest there. It'll be the Demons' free kick. They want the advantage, and Corey Daniels did, but the umpire says no, it's got to come back. And it will be taken by Patrick Vespremi, who's too far out to score, you would imagine. Now, called to play on. Goes long from 55. He's going to get it all the way to the goal line, but there's no one back there in the end. Poor possession from the Demons. And taking the mark is Ben Booth's last line of defence.
Just watching Elijah Miliardo seems to have the job on Maxi Thompson at this stage as part of the rotation as Booth goes bang to the outer side. Big pack. Numbers favour Woorinen, but the free kick is going the way of the Demons for a bit of a push.
Yeah, a little bit of a push there, Noel.
Yeah, absolutely. And Vespremi, no, he's going to hand it over to Larkins. So the two ruckmen clashing, and Larkins will drill the ball back in from the outer side.
So Larkins loads up. Whoa. Sits it well right into the pocket in the direction of Corey Daniels. He can't mark. Fisted away from him. Taken now by Taylor Cameron. He's happy to see it over for a throw-in in front of the scoreboard, which reads Woorinen leading by 1 point early stages in the first term.
I should expect a fair bit of pressure there around the pack situation.
Absolutely important play today, Taylor Cameron. A lot of run and carry to be done out there today. Bandry puts it up Doesn't get a lot of distance, but beautifully palmed over the back there by Erlandson. Ball comes to ground in front, picked up by Thompson on the right boot. Shot on goal has fallen short, a little bit skinny, and she's all tied up 1-1 each of two on the Blue Sky Outdoor Expert scoreboard, and we are 10 minutes in.
So Gardner brings the ball back into play straight up the middle of the ground, and it's taken by O'Neill. That's holding the ball, surely.
Oh!
Ball comes out the back, won't matter in the end. Beams feeds a little handball out wide to Mace. They go inside 50 now to the Tigers, but again, poor kick. Poor entry there from Mace. Taking the mark is Richmond at fullback.
It gets it out to Utica, and the big full forward there in Skane, not happy. Utica comes across. Or the ball's going to bounce, or does it carry? It doesn't. Play on as a call. It's at a dangerous position, centre half forward for the Woorinen combination. Just watching Miliardo get up. I thought he's a little ginger, but he's not. That's Jose. Gets up, and the ruckman do their thing.
So ball tapped down outside the contest. Little toe poke forward there from Larkins. Picked up by Johnson. His handball back into traffic. Comes out now to Taylor Cameron. Has to find Johnson by hand. Does, but they're going the wrong way, the Tigers. Handball out wide to Henry Thompson. The Jack Betts medalist had his kick smothered. Now the chase is on. Coming out was Collicote. Did well. Took the tackle on. Feeds it back to Thompson. Thompson to Cameron. Coming hard the other way was Riley Daniels. Did he get him high? And the umpire said he did. And it'll be a free kick going the way of Taylor Cameron, centre wing.
Probably a crude tackle there, but Riley just wanted to really show a bit of a strength in that contest as well too. Certainly showed that, gave away the free kick though.
Kick long by Taylor Cameron. Can the big boys for the Woorinen side get up? They can't. The ball comes to ground. It's a Shepherd situation. A strong Shepherd. Shot on goal has gone across, and a minor score. Or one gone for mine for Woorinen. 1 goal, 2. United 1-1. 1 point lead to the Tigers on the Blue Sky Outdoor Expert scoreboard.
And Glenn Stewart down on the boundary this afternoon thanks to Mawson's Concrete. What are the conditions like at the moment, Stewie? How's that wind holding up?
Yeah, it's still there. It's a couple of goals probably going down to the bottom end.
So it'll be Walsh to bring the ball back into play. Comes straight up the middle, dangerous kick, but he's pulled it off. Oh, well, that was until Nash Richmond dropped the mark. Ball bounces out the back, trying to run onto it. There was Blake Reed, couldn't do so. Thompson now did well, feeds the handball out to Cameron. He goes inboard to Barry, getting a bit of it early. He comes out wide now to Matt Gardner, inside 50, lowers the eyes, and a lovely hit up from Matt Gardner, spots Jose Miliardo 40 metres out, directly in front of goal.
Matty, can I just take you back? That kick was fantastic across the ground. Just dropped an absolute sitter, but it was a pinpoint kick.
Exactly right, and they should keep doing that as well too. I mean, you can't help unforced errors like that as well too. That would have set United up. They would have been on the half-back flank. They would have had plenty of space ahead of them. Just an easy drop mark as well too, and they cost you in games like this.
So Jose Miliardo looking for his first of the afternoon. And from 45, kick on its way. Has it got the journey? It does. So Miliardo lets Riley Daniels know about it as well. And the ball will come back to the middle, but it is Woorinen 2-2-14, United 1-1-7 on the Blue Sky Outdoor Expert scoreboard.
Yeah, just we can see here, Henry Thompson starting to come into the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Bit of run and carry too, Matty.
Yeah, there is, but there's been a free kick given away here by the Woorinen side, so free kick to Riley Daniels in the centre of the ground rather than the ball up.
So now there's another whistle going in the background, but what's going on? The umpires are setting up for a ball up. There is no free kick. No, it's got to come back to the ruckman. Is he going to give it to the ruckman rather than to Riley? Yes, he is. So Alex Erlandson comes back, gives the quick hands. Poor checking here by Woorinen. Oh, they've just let the Demons stroll through the middle of the ground. Long kick into the forward line. Big leap. Who's at the back? Woorinen or the Demons? It's Woorinen through Booth. Quick hands, comes across. Look for and find a teammate on the squirt. Now kick down the ground. Riley gets across and takes a mark. And that's Riley Daniels. Plays on quickly to Bolton. Bolton about 30 metres out. About 10 metres in from the boundary. This will be a difficult shot. Having said that, it's a right to left as he takes the shot.
And certainly isn't it? But, Riley Daniels there, we talked about there, he gave away that free kick, but he's got involved in the game now. He's actually had 2 possessions in that there. Kept his head there with that hit-up kick. He was either going for Charlie Bolton or his brother, Corey.
Waiting on this shot on goal.
He wouldn't have been going for Corey, that's for sure, Matt.
Charlie Bolton has won. The only Demons won. Oh, that's a shocker. That has missed by about 40 metres. Come right off the outside of the boot and just reminded of it on the way past too, if you don't mind, by the Jack Betts medalist in Henry Thompson. Now, plenty of room for the Tigers to play on. Haven't taken it. They got Yulorn short. Well, they'll go to use Yulorn. Well, he was there for about an hour. And now Yulorn will have to go the long bomb down the line and look perhaps for Lockie Gardner.
So Yulorn does exactly that, almost like he's got the earpiece in. Big fly from behind from Perry, couldn't bring down the mark, however. Erlinson has to get rid of it.
Oh.
Probably a little bit fortunate there, and we will get a ball up at half forward for United.
He was a lot lucky. Umpire just on the back end of the pack there. So Ruckman, Erlinson gives it a decent whack, comes out the back to Taylor Cameron, spins, shoots the handball out the back. Jai Barry on the run, wants to get the handball. Miliardo's calling him through, says, Jai, you've got rite of passage, kick it long, find a teammate. Can't do. Coming over the back is the defence for the Demons, picked up by Rickman, who's had a couple early, finds a teammate on the outer side as they run and go. That is the Demons.
So Shadbolt's kick, O'Neill dropping the mark, now taken for the Tigers by Langford, goes all the way to the goal line, bounces on its end, however, and through for a minor score. So they go to 2-3-15 Woorinen United, 1-1-7, 15 gone in the first term, thanks to the Blue Sky Outdoor Experts.
Boys on the boundary, compliments of Morse's Concrete. What is this breeze worth in terms of goals?
Well, I think it's probably worth 2 goals. Yep.
Okay, the ball, handball, again, indiscriminate, picked up here by Miliardo. That's Elijah, gets an up and under. His kick, though, picked up by O'Neill, who goes from half-back, looking to centre wing for it.
He does, looking in the direction of Dolben. Just coming over the top there was Thompson to gain another couple of metres for the Demons, but it goes over for a boundary throw in centre wing on the far side of the ground. The boundary umpire wasting no time to toss that ball back into play. Now quickly kicked forward there by Thompson, taken by Miliardo. Did he get rid of it? Umpire lets it go. Comes out now to Sterling, feeds the handball back to Richmond.
Pressure.
His kick was smothered. Mace just hacks it forward inside 50. Collicoat, good pickup. Handball, Miliardo misses. Opportunity gone begging there, but a lovely pickup there for the Tigers by Mace. And it is a minor score. 2-4-16 Woorinen United, 1-1-7.
Player in trouble.
On the Blue Sky Outdoor Expert scoreboard.
Player in trouble there. Just the umpires calling for the ball to go back.
Yeah,
is it
O'Neill? Yep.
He's in trouble. He went to ground, nowhere near the player with his done an ankle or something, but he looks to be in a fair bit of bother and will have to come off the ground. The umpire was quick onto it. There's 4 umpires out there today, as Shane said earlier on. James Downing, Glenn Evans, Dale Hall and Brent Howden. Can't help but think, boys, that was an opportunity absolutely missed by Miliardo.
There certainly was, and there's been a couple of opportunities that Woorinen have had shots for goal. One in the forward pocket, and then Jose there as well too, where they could have put a real bit of pressure on the scoreboard as well too. They're still leading by 9 points, but they could have been a bit further ahead.
What does this do for the forward structure now if O'Neill comes off, because he can play centre half forward?
He can, but also he actually makes a bit of a difference there. That it was Nick Threadgold going on. They go small, so they just want to kick it on the ground, I reckon, rather than kicking up in the air to Nick. Nick's probably not a big high mark anyway. He's more a running player as well too, so probably won't take away from the aerial presence by United. Probably give a bit more on the ground.
Bit of treatment. Hopefully we can see him back on the ground, but he looks in a bit of trouble.
So Walsh now brings the ball back into play, comes out wide. Bolton will fly from behind, couldn't quite take the mark, however. Falls to the ground to Utica. He's wrapped up in a tackle. Umpire says, give it to me. We'll have a ball up, and there's a little bit of feeling starting to emerge between these two teams.
Yeah, starting to creep into the game.
Johnson in there, the ruckman settled the ball, picked up out of the ruckwork by Utica, gets it on the left boot. The ball, which way will it bounce? It bounces to suit the Demons. Now there's a throw. Yes, it's a throw out the back. Bonus the call. Stone says, oh no, we're going to come back, boys. And the free kick will be taken by Johnson, who applied that tackle. In fact, it was Yulorn Mitch, centre wing.
So he goes down the line, not the best of kicks, however. Mark taken by Jordan Utica, who's getting a little bit of it early stages. He looks to come back into the corridor to Gallo, who marks. He goes short, back to Utica. Brother Lucas wants it centre wing, goes in that direction now, takes it, feeds the handball off to Campbell, who is running from behind, goes down the line, bounces on the line,
I think on the line.
And goes over for a boundary throw-in.
Bolton just pointing to it, but the boundary umpire had already indicated that it was on the line, so good decision there. So 8 minutes into the first quarter in the A-grade netball, Mallee Eagles 5, Kundrook Barham 3. We're underway as Vespremi takes it out of the ruckwork. His kick's smothered, picked up by Gallo, spinning. The ball goes to ground. Woorinen have got numbers, or they did have. The ball now comes out the back toward Vespremi. No, not the handball over the back, beautifully by Thompson. Now there's a whistle. Player has gone down. Well, I don't know which umpire's called it, but it's a free kick going the way, according to the third umpire, to the Woorinen side. And it's going the way of Blake Reed. And there's just... No, he's going to hand it over. We don't want this to be... In fact, it's going to Kane Reid now. Just have to settle these sides.
Yeah, we just a little bit starting to happen off the ball, Matt and Stewie.
Yeah, there is, and when you start doing that, your focus goes away from playing footy. At the end of the day, you've got to play footy to win the game, so you hope that both sides just get back to playing footy.
Matt Curran and Glenn Stewart down on the boundary this afternoon with thanks to Mawson's Concrete. And, of course, you are listening to 3SH Central Murray live as Woorinen's kick on the centre wing, far side of the ground, has gone out of bounds on the full. It'll be brought back into play here by Mitch Grinham, who just sits it up, and a good mark taken there for the Demons by Corey Daniels, who's wants to go short, does, out towards Jordan Utica, who takes the mark. Little one inside, 50 to Thompson on the lead, and he takes the mark 40 metres out from goal, over in front of the scoreboard.
Good build-up that, wasn't it? They lowered their eyes.
Yep, Elijah Miliato, as I said, has the job, but not able to keep up with the speed there. And just watching Joel Campbell, he's very keen to get all the way down the ground from fullback, taking leak out of the centre half back there in Walsh.
A couple of times he's gone forward, has Campbell, but on this occasion it is in the hands of Max Thompson. The young 16-year-old runs around, plays on, gets his full measure, goes across the face of goal and through for a minor score. So the Demons go to 1-2-8. They trail Woorinen 2-4-16. We've just ticked over into time on, thanks to the Blue Sky Outdoor experts.
65, 70-metre play here for the Woorinen side. Not able to get on the end of it was Miliato. The ball to ground. Miliato goes back in, takes the ball, goes over the line and out of bounds. So from full-back to centre wing, both sides here, trying the old coast-to-coast. Miliato got up high to take the mark.
So ball now to be tossed back into play. It'll be Larkins and Gardner doing the ruck work, and already we're seeing the ruckman just working Gardner from end to end, Matt and Stewie.
Yeah, they certainly are, and that'd be the tactic. As Jason Murphy said to us before the game that they want to work him over, try and tire him out. Thompson
with the stoppage, goes long inside 50, bouncing ball, Shadbolt with the spoil, found the boundary line, and it'll be thrown back into play on attacking 50 for Woorinen.
Medalist showing why he is there, Matt.
Yeah, he's a class player, Henry Thompson, and just around that contest, he's starting to impose his authority around there too. A couple of possessions in the last few minutes.
Yeah, he can play tall, he can play short. His run then was really beneficial. Ruckman, well, in fact, the ball barely carried to the ruckman, goes to the front of the pack. Utica gets it, bangs on the left boot. In front, Rush at the back, Bolton. The ball goes over the line and out of bounds, basically between centre wing and half forward flank. Ever so slightly here, the Woorinen combination into attack. As we wait for another interchange, as Daniel Mace about to come back on, and O'Neill, I see, also looking to come back on.
So good to see O'Neill back into the play, of course, after limping off early stages in the first quarter. As comes down now to Utica, tries to take the tackle line. How does the umpire see it? He says, give it to me, and we'll have a ball up centre wing, just attacking side for Woorinen.
Plenty of push and shove. Woorinen not able to get it, but Rush on the back end of the pack was. Quick hands, comes out the back from Reid, back to Rush. Rush on the right boot, kicks into the forward line. We want a big mark at the back. That's the Woorinen combination. There's a push. Go the way of Joel Campbell. The forwards pushed out, and Campbell, Mr. Experience, found himself in front, took the free kick and goes short with the kick. Hasn't carried, playing as the call. A chance for the Tigers. The Tigers have had another long shot and missed minor. No, in fact, it's gone out of bounds on the full. So the Demons look to build it again. Has this one carried? Yeah,
yes. Just.
Tell you what, they are living dangerously at the moment, of the Demons coming outside their defensive 50. Shadbolt's handball. Found a teammate who goes long down the line. Unable to mark there was Dolben. At the back of the back was Bolton. Clever handball out to Jordan Utica, getting a fair bit of the ball. Goes in the direction of Corey Daniels. He can't keep it in play, however, and it goes over for a boundary thrown 60 metres around from the Demons' goal.
Jordan Utica has started electrically here. Thompson coming off for a quick spell for Woorinen. He's done a lot already. The ball carries the pack. Now Barry has it in front, just sees the ball safely over the line and out of bounds. Stone puts the hand up. He's ready to do some work at the back end. And Booth goes down to this contest because he's following Corey Daniel everywhere he goes. Corey will come around the pack. Let's see what happens here. The ruckman push it forward for the Demons. In underneath Jai Barry. Oh, did he cop one high? The answer would be yes. He did go in low. The free kick was given by Utica, and Jai Barry will get up from underneath, looking to try and spread. He's between half-back flank and full-back.
So Barry goes short in the direction of and finds Ben Booth, who takes the mark right on defensive 50, over in front of the scoreboard which reads Woorinen leading by 8 points, 24.5 minutes into this first term. Long kick down the line is spoiled over for a boundary throw in centre wing, far side of the ground.
Joel Campbell covering a lot of territory, I noticed.
Yeah,
right up on the wing then.
Absolutely. Matt Perry was up there, and he's the one that pushed the ball over the boundary line. So the Demons ever so slightly into the wind here, Matt.
Yeah, they probably are, but there's a fluky bit of a wind as well too. I mean, there's some winders, and it's just changing a little bit, so probably no real advantage. I mean, the advantage to the side who actually maintains possession better than the other one.
Walsh had the footy, went the underground handball. He's going to follow up. Will he get on the end of it? Rush has the footy in front of him. Dolben in there for the United side. Playing as the call, comes out to the big ruckman, just bangs it on the boot, didn't worry. Oh, Bolton nearly pulled the mark in. In there with him is Taylor Cameron. The ball goes in and under. Player ducking and weaving off Espremi. Is he gone for holding? No, the umpire says no. And the Demons are inside 50. 2-4-16 plays 1-2-8, and it's the lead to the Tigers.
So Gardner with the tap. Can't find a teammate, however, taking it there is Utica for the Demons. That is Jordan. And we will get another ball up, still inside attacking 50 for United. Comes out the back, goes straight through the hands there of Bigham. Quick kick forward there by Blake Reed into the middle of the ground. Coming the other way was Walsh. Wants to give the handball off to Threadgold, does. Goes out towards Sterling, gets the kick forward. Only as far as Lockie Gardner, however. His handball finds Beams. Long kick over the back. Oh, ball just doesn't quite sit on its end there for Collicote. Eventually gets back in time to Cameron. Back to Collicote by hand. Just wants to find a teammate. Goes short for Woorinen, who comes out and takes a good early contender for the Swan Hill Higher mark of the day.
Yeah, that was gutsy by Woorinen. Drilled the ball into the forward line, looking for the hard run up forward. Comes out the back, picked on the kick, the left foot. Demons in trouble. Comes across. Oh, they're going to pay the mark.
Yes.
Absolutely. Vernon's Swan Hill Higher, sorry, mark of the day contender by Walsh. If he didn't take it, I reckon the Tigers were in, but he has. And Walsh takes that big relieving mark.
He comes out wide looking for Dolben. It just goes through his hands. Now taken by Matty Gardner. Goes back inside 50 and straight into the hands of Perry, who takes the mark for Woorinen. It won't be the easiest of kicks from deep in that pocket for Perry, who will kick from almost right on 50 on about a 45-degree angle over in front of the Social Club.
Who's at the back here to take the mark, because that's a big chance to carry that way.
Well, not only that, someone needs to be minding Walsh, and it looks as though Mace has the job. I'd imagine that he's probably fighting out of his weight division as Perry goes short. Poor checking from the Demons and taking the mark is Langford, and it will be 50. Goes against O'Neill.
Absolutely.
And Langford from point-blank range will go in and kick the goal. There's no one even standing on the mark for United. And Langford makes sure of it. They go to 3-4-22. Woorinen United 1-2-8. And that is on the Blue Sky Outdoor Expert scoreboard.
Yeah, it's a little bit silly work there by Nico, unfortunately. And the umpire was right in position there, and he saw it and didn't hesitate to give the 50-metre penalty.
And Langford hit behind a blade of grass and then just popped up out of nowhere, Matty, didn't he?
He certainly did, and that's poor checking by the United defenders as well, too. I mean, they had a set-up mark, and they had time to set up United from that position there, but to see him on a 45-metre out on his own, pretty poor checking.
The ball comes out the back. Again, the Demons seem to be winning the ruck, Jules, but not getting the clearance clearly. There's certainly players from both sides diving in, and in underneath there. Riley Daniels having a run on the ball there. So let's see what happens here so far as the clearances are concerned. Or Gardner held off the footy, or going in underneath there was Stone. Put a saddle on him just about, and he was ridden into the ground. But Stoney, he wants that footy, he wants that flag, and the Demons are going to do their best to make sure he doesn't get it.
So Gardner dumps it forward. Barry couldn't take possession. Larkins got rid of it somehow, was probably the best way to describe that.
Attempted.
Yes. And we'll get another ball up still inside the centre square, as it'll be Larkins and Gardner. Gardner starting to get his hands to it. Thompson just hacks it forward. Oh, Grinham went without it. Coming the other way was Beams. Grinham did well in the end. Went back and won it to the side. It'll be a downfield free kick, I think, which is fortunate for the Demons because he kicked it straight into the hands of Josh Stone in the centre square.
Stone has to give it over to Thompson. Maxey, always good with the skills, gets it down the ground. Coming out hard, Corey Daniels, his kick, smothered. Booth wants the handball, gives it to Rush now. Rush needs to find a target, gets it out wide in front of Stone. A lot of territory out there, a lot of vacant territory. Stoney picks it up on the burst, looks down the ground. That's a shocker. Now, did it go out of bounds for a start, or did he kick it out of bounds on the full? I would suggest the way the players are setting up, it was correct, Matt, thank you. Out of bounds before he took the kick, just as well, because it was an absolute Barry Crocker, went over the line, out of bounds on the full.
So ball now half forward for United. And they trail here by 14 points. Comes out the back now, looking for Utica. Feeds the handball off to Erlinson. Kicks into the pocket, looking for Liam White. Can't take possession. Taylor Cameron hacks it forward, only as far as Riley Daniels. Had his kick smothered. Daniels gets a second bite at it. Did he get rid of it? Umpire said he did. Comes out now to Warburton. Feeds the handball to Gardner, who umpires now found a free kick. It's for a throw, but the siren will beat them all. And, well, they will have a kick after the siren, but kicking into the wind from 70 metres, I reckon it's unlikely here for the Demons, and just trying to pick up who it might be. In fact, it might be Threadgold, I think, who's going to go with the talk and does not get onto it whatsoever. So that is how the quarter time score will end. Woorinen 3-4-22, leading 9-9 West United 1-8 by 14 points. First quarter was brought to you by the Blue Sky Outdoor Experts. Don't go anywhere. All the second quarter action to come here from Grand Final Day in the Central Murray from the Swan Hill Rec Reserve after this on 3SH Central Murray Live.
Final special.
14-point lead in favour of Woorinen at quarter time. 3-4-22, leading 9-9 West United 1-8. The second quarter, when we get underway, will be brought to you by Max Wilson Tyres Kerrang, but we're going to head straight down to the boundary now with thanks to Mawson's Concrete to Matt Curran.
Yes, thanks, Limo. I went over to the Woorinen huddle at quarter time there. Very calm over the Woorinen huddle, very understanding what they needed to do. Tim Freed just to reinforce their points before the game that he went through before the game. He talked about for United actually just to stop that short kicks, and we noticed it through the game as well too that when United got those short kicks going and they took their mark, they opened the game up. So real emphasis on that. They had a real emphasis on their ruck work as well too. Talking to Lockie Gardner, need to look at Erlinson. Obviously, Erlinson played well that quarter, and also a bit of work into Doug Beams as well too. He wants to really physically challenge Walshy so that he come off a bit spent.
Yeah, mate. I obviously went to the United huddle. Listened to the boys talking their little teams. Joel Campbell talked about skill errors. Joel Walsh talked about the basics. We're not doing them. Corey Daniels talked about we need to be cleaner in the football. And then finally, Jason Murphy talked about we need to have intensity around the ball. We need to get some momentum, and we need to get our body over the top of the footy.
Boys, neither of the big forwards, Woorinen, Skane or Perry, been able to grab one.
No, they haven't as well too. There's been probably a thing that has let Woorinen down. They had a few opportunities with ball moving forward as well too. Just their forwards have been well covered by Joel Campbell. He played very well that quarter, and also Joel Walsh. He's really been the intercept defender that we know he is. He started the game very well so far.
Okay, so just waiting for this massive crowd to clear the arena, and it is a big crowd. Now, just a bit of direction giving here from the Woorinen camp, trying to get some of their, I would suggest, forwards to come up the ground a little bit. Just the breeze, it's just going across the ground as we mentioned, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here with the breeze, but umpire has the ball, ready to get the second quarter underway. Second quarter, compliments of Max Wilson Tyres in Kerrang. 14-point lead to Woorinen as the umpire throws it aloft. And again, Erlinson gets up high. The ball goes straight down in and under and calls for a secondary. Just waiting for the umpire now. Gives it back, has the footy. Umpire throws it high. The ball comes out the back. Picked off by Thompson Henry. Had the footy. Dropping the footy is the free kick going the way of Gallo for the United side. His kick down the ground. Thompson was the target, getting back in underneath. Not able to pick it up as Langford, or did he drag it in? The umpire says no. We'll call for another ball up.
Lucky, I thought there, Noel, because he fell on the ball, held it underneath him, so probably umpire just let him go.
Absolutely. So ball up. Centre half forward, picked up by Gardner, wants the hands out the side, gives it over across now to Henry Thompson, who unloads to a vacant centre wing area. The race is on. Who does the ball sit for? It sits for Woorinen. Oh, Rush dropped the footy on the burst, just didn't quite get the handball back. Came out to him from Beams. and Rush, he drops his head. He knows that was a missed opportunity, so they have to reset once again. And the ball out of side half-forward flank, and the Woorinen side have worked themselves to half-forward. Miliardo Jose sees the ball over the line and out of bounds. Half-forward flank, slightly into attack, 14-point lead to the Woorinen combination.
So ball to be tossed back into play now, as it will be Gardner and Erlinson. Well, in the end, Erlinson was the only one that could compete, so we'll get another boundary throw in. As the wind's just grabbing a hold of that ball at the moment, and we might quickly go around the grounds in the A-grade netball, Noel.
Yep, 7 minutes into the second quarter, and it is game on. Mallee Eagles 18, Kundruk Barham 17. They finished 1-2 on the ladder. Kundruk Barham, came from nowhere.
They certainly did, and the Mallee Eagles looking to go through the season undefeated as well, so we'll be keeping a close eye as that game progresses. It comes out now to Miliardo. Was he held off the ball? Umpire said no. Ball now taken for the Demons by Sterling. He goes long down the line, but it'll be coming back because it's gone out of bounds on the full, and it will be taken for the Tigers on the centre wing by Taylor Cameron.
Boys, that breeze compliments of Morse's Concrete, just getting the players offside.
It certainly was. I went out there at half-time. In the middle of the ground, the breeze is probably coming from the grandstand across the outer side as well too. So out that far side pushes the ball over the boundary line.
Henry Thompson had the opportunity to take a free kick, did. Campbell, his kick was long, but Campbell got the big fist. The ball comes to the front of the pack. Erlinson picks it off, kicks into the half-forward line. Marking attempt. Cameron had the footy. Handballs in front of himself. Clever football. Gets it out wide to Barry. Barry on the familiar left. Goes bang into the half-forward line. Kicks it wide. Stone, will it sit in for him? It does not. Goes over the line and out of bounds, just as Josh Stone had a little bit of territory. Woorinen 3-4-22. United 1-2-8. Max Wilson Tyres scoreboard.
You're listening to 3SH Central Murray live. Ball to be tossed back into play at half-forward for the Tigers. Erlinson taps it down to his toes, tries to find Bingham, eventually comes out the back to Shadbolt. Shadbolt was run out of room, and it goes over for a boundary throw-in.
Compliments of Morse's Concrete, boys. There's been a few smothers today already.
Yeah, there certainly is, and that's the pressure of a grand final as well too. Everyone wants to be put pressure on. There are a lot more people around the contest as well. If you have a look here now, I mean, there's about 30 players on around within about 40 metres of this contest here. Hard to get a free kick today.
Well, Gardner, I just watched him. Oh, look at the breeze. That's terrible. Yeah, the boundary umpire will have another go. Just watching Gardner there, Matt. He was suggesting to one of his on-ballers to get behind me. I want to flick it over. That would be dangerous in that position.
It certainly would be, but there's plenty of space behind him as well too, so it's a good idea if he can do it.
If he can do it, let's see. Well, this time it's gone straight towards the ruckman. And if you don't mind, Alex Erlinson has not helped the situation at all. He's just thumped it straight back from whence it came, over the line and out of bounds. Shane Fleming, get us out of this rut.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not out there, Noel, but I'd love to. As it comes out now to Gardner, he takes, the tap, but only as far as Nick Threadgold. And again, another pack forms. A really scrappy start to this second quarter here. The wind starting to have some effects on both teams as the Tigers lead by 14 points, the same margin as they did at the first break. Comes out now to Thompson. His quick kick forward was touched off the boot. Shadbolt had to give it off to Sterling. Sells himself into a little bit of trouble. Missed the target by hand. Now taking it for the Tigers was Warburton. Had his kick smothered. Now Barry goes inside 50 looking for Perry. Can't quite complete the mark. Miliardo from deep in the pocket. Missed. But I tell you what, that would have been one of the goals of the season if he had have kicked it. It is a minor score, 3-5-23, Woorinen to United 1-2-8, 5 minutes into the second term on the Max Wilson Tyres Kerrang scoreboard.
The kick comes inboard. Joel Campbell got the handball away, but experience here. They've painted him into a corner. Have they ever? This is the Tigers. Comes back out across the top to Langford. He was the one that applied the tackle for a start. Keeps the pressure on. Comes to Barry. Barry shoots the ball into space. Miliardo says, leave it for me. Dougie Beams goes in. The left footers to the fore. The ball gets thumped forward as a hold. A free kick. It's going the way of the Demons in defence.
Pretty hot in the kitchen there, boys.
Absolutely. The kick here, a shocker. It's gone over the line and out of bounds. But, boys, this made mention there of the left footers. Miliardo coming through, and then, of course, Jai Barry as well.
Yeah, and they catch you out as well, too, because Beams, I mean, they catch you out as well, too. You expect to go to the right side. They can get a few extra space as well, too. Just all the players just need a couple of extra steps to steady at the moment. Some of their disposals have been pretty ordinary in this start of this second quarter.
Is that the wind, Matt, or is that the pressure, do you feel?
Oh, the pressure. I mean, Richmond there as well, too. I mean, he took one step and kicked it. They just need a couple more steps and they can hit that target. They're just rushing it at the moment.
So, ball up inside defensive 50. That sort of sums it up. It comes down now to Lockie Gardner. His quick kick shot on goal misses everything It falls just inside the field of play, and it will be another boundary thrown deep into attack for the Tigers.
Gardner sitting at the back, just generaling his players. Form the line, hold the footy in. Comes to Beams. Beams gets to the front of the pack. Comes across. Shot on goal. And looks a good one by Woorinen. Fourth on the board. Woorinen 4-5-29. United 1-2-8. That's on the Max Wilson Tyres of Kerrang scoreboard.
The first 5 minutes of this quarter haven't been for the highlight reels as well too. Even that kick for Woorinen as well too. Didn't spin well, but went through for a much needed goal for Woorinen. They've actually dominated this first 5 minutes. The ball's lived down their end. But, United have been able to repel the contest, but they're making it hard work for themselves. The disposal has been poor out of the back line this quarter. They need to take a little more care with their possessions, and they can move it out of the danger area.
That is a Vernon Steele goal that they contended to Lockie Woorinen as well as back in the middle of the ground. They lead by 21 points the early stages in this second term. Larkins didn't really get rid of it. Umpire lets it go, however. Comes out now. Bingham was taken to ground. Comes to Utica. Goes back into traffic. Needs to get rid of it. Umpire says, give it to me. And we'll have a ball up just attacking side of the centre circle for the Demons.
Woorinen going small across half forward. Stone and Miliardo were deep enough, and then Beams has gone really wide, and he's been dragged out on the other side of it. Is Perry wide, so trying to get a little bit of run through centre half forward. Ruckman, go. Ball comes to ground. The umpire says, boys, hand it straight back to me. And we'll have another set-up as Miliardo comes up to the contest on this occasion. So Stone at centre half forward.
So, ball tapped down at the back by Larkins. Handball fed out towards Jordan Utica. High kick inside 50. First time Demons have gone forward for the quarter. But sitting back there and taking a Swan Hill High mark of the day contender is Kane Reid for the Tigers.
Stewie, you're onto it. That was a real contender for the mark of the day. He had heat coming from all directions. Oh, the kick is dangerous. It's going to be marked, and it is by Vespremi. Oh, just a moment's indiscretion. 6 and 7's which way to go. Decided on the short. And Vespremi with the breeze, it just held for him. Easy to take the mark and has a shot on goal.
He's going to have a shot, yep.
He'll kick from the 50-metre line, but he does have the breeze. It's a matter of accuracy for me. He's a lovely kick of the footy. He kicks it up. The breeze has got it. It's gone across the face. Minor score goes on the board. Perhaps something for that memory bank for later. Woorinen 4-5-29. United 1-3-9.
So it'll be Matt Gardner to bring the ball back into play for the Tigers. Go straight up the middle of the ground. That is a lovely kick to Langford. He can wheel and go. Thompson wants it over the top. Decides to ignore that. Goes long inside 50. Skane was there. Richmond right there with him. Still with Skane. Gets around the corner. Bouncing ball. Thompson wants the... Threadgold wants the boundary line. Eventually stays in. Gets a little kick for it. It's a goal from Mace. No. Oh. What? Well, it must have either hit the post or been touched because it went through for a goal. I'm certain of it.
Yep.
And anyway, it is a minor score. It doesn't matter what I think. It matters what the goal umpire thinks. Woorinen 4-6-30. United 1-3-9. And that is on the Max Wilson Tyres Kerrang scoreboard.
The kicking target was Delbin, but the ball's not going to get there. The mark at the back of the pack, strong mark taken by Matty Perry. Set himself beautifully. 15-minute mark, second quarter in the netball. 24, Kundrook Barron, Mallee Eagles 21. The kick went inboard, found Langford. Langford playing a ripper. Looks out, finds a teammate on the burst, wants to get rid of it, does. Indiscriminate kick toward half forward, comes out the back. Again, going in there is Langford. Oh, keep the feet out. The free kick not forthcoming. Players from both sides going in. Central umpire really on the job there.
You're right there, Noel. I mean, some players need to be worried about tackling.
Absolutely. That could have been really bad. The ball comes over to Miliardo. Just couldn't quite find the handle on the footy. Big tackle applied by Thompson. Ball goes to ground. Central umpire calls for a ball up. Oh, the pressure is really on out here at the grand final second term.
So it's Woorinen by 21 points. As it's tapped down now, running through there was Johnson. Gets some clear space. Shot on goal from Xavier Johnson. He's put it through. So the Tigers get their fifth straight. They go to 5-6-36. They lead United 1-3-9. And that is on the Max Wilson Tyres Kerrang scoreboard.
Boys, before you jump in, half-time in the A-grade netball. Kundrook Barron, the underdogs, 24. Lead the Mallee Eagles, 22.
Woorinen had just been a bit more cleaner in this quarter as well too. Every position that they've been getting is actually hurting. There's more damaging going forward as well too. That time there, Xavier Johnson off the back of the pack as well too, was able to get into space. Quick kick straight through for a goal. United just need to settle down a little bit. Sometimes they've got to take the tackles rather than trying to rush the ball forward.
I just thought Gardner's last 5 minutes has been really good too. He's starting to push the ball wide. He does it on this occasion too. Gets it out to the medalist in Henry Thompson. His handball goes wide. Looks for a teammate on the squirt. Comes back to Thompson. Lowers the eyes. Looks for the ruckman. Who was he playing on? Oh, the umpire says no. Goes back. Has a kick into the forward line. That's Lockie Gardner at the back of the pack, coming through the middle. Oh, talk about the big forwards. Perry's got it. The big forwards come into the game. It's not Perry, in fact, it goes the other way. It's Skane who's got it. Skane has taken the mark. 10 metres out, directly in front. And there's a breeze again, boys.
Yeah, it certainly was. And but the thing about that, though, the United defenders just were at 6s and 7s, so the ball coming really quickly. And Skane's gone back and then kicked a goal from the top of the goal square there. So Woorinen has done very well.
And a 50-metre penalty. Not that it mattered, but it took him right to the line.
It certainly did. So that one there, I mean, United just got to calm down a little bit. I mean, the game's not over yet. I mean, there are only 4 goals in it. They just need to calm down and take control of the footy now.
In the A reserve, which finished earlier on, Mallee Eagles 45 defeated Kuna Kangas, and the best on court, Michaela O'Mara from the Mallee Eagles.
Yeah, they're just not using it well enough at the moment, are they, Matt and Stewie?
No, they're not. And the thing about that, you just saw there as well too, you said about Lockie Gardner, he's come into his own in the last couple of minutes as well too. He pushed forward from the ruck contest, got used, he was out on his own, he took that mark, and then he just got the ball on quickly. United try to set up a bit of a zone, but when the ball comes in quick, you just don't know who your direct opponent is sometimes, and then Skane took that mark.
Don't undersell the importance here of Tommy Langford's experience.
And we've got a whistle. And it will be a free kick going the way of Woorinen, it looks like. So maybe one of the Demons have encroached on the centre square.
The extra Utica was in, I think it was.
So it will be Gardner to take the free kick in the middle. Looking for and finding Matt Gardner, his brother. So too far out to score. Miliardo wants it in the corridor, goes longer than that in the direction of Perry, went through his hands at the back, but Walsh feeds the handball out to Utica, couldn't get a handle on it, now comes out to Lucas Utica, did he get rid of it? Umpire said he did. Nicholas's handball, well, he gets it back, Nicholas, throws it on the boot, high up and under kick, sitting underneath it, taking the marks, Perry! And they're doing it a bit easy at the moment now, are the Tigers. And Matt Perry from 30 metres out, almost directly in front, will go back and look to kick his first of the afternoon.
Looks like Tommy Langford's copped one on the way through.
Yes, he has. He's down at the moment in the hands of the trainer, but he's about to get up. Yeah, they're just a little bit stronger in the clinches, the Tigers at the moment, and they've been able to get a hold of the football in pretty tough conditions, tight conditions, but yeah, they're just starting to get right on top.
So Matt Perry with the shot on goal for Woorinen. They lead by 33 points before the kick. And this would be an early dagger for the Demons. 13 minutes into the second term. Perry for his first of the afternoon. Kick on its way. It's going to come back with the wind. It's through the middle. They go to 7-6-48 Woorinen. They lead United 139. And that is on the Max Wilson Tyres Kerrang scoreboard.
Yeah, and that takes them out to a good lead as well too. So Woorinen now, they're controlling the footy as well too. They've got this winning the contest so well, they actually need to keep piling on the pressure to United. United just seem a bit 6s and 7s at the moment. They don't know whether they're going man on, whether they're going zone. And Woorinen, because they've got the forward momentum as well too, they're picking out their teammates quite well.
Boys, they're still trying to sort out, this is the Demons, who's actually coming in for the bounce, because Riley Daniels was in there again, just got told to get out.
And that's where they're at the moment.
Get organised.
That's where they're at the moment. They just don't know what's going on.
Absolutely they don't. The ball comes out the back of the pack. Vespremi picks it up on the squirt, gets it, has a second go at it, got it in front of him. They need him to pick the ball up. Will it bounce for him? It does, but goes over the line and out of bounds. Patrick Vespremi, well done. The ball went all the way across and he got it all the way over the line and out of bounds. There were 3 Tigers swooping. Just didn't quite happen.
Well, they've thrown him up on the ball, which is exactly what needs to happen. They need to get something happening in the middle to the Demons. Ball thrown into play. Erlinson tried to get it over the back, couldn't do so. Barry, Vespremi's kick was smothered. Gallo goes to ground heavily. We'll have a ball up centre wing on the grandstand side of the ground.
See Gardner in there, but Langford giving the directions to where they want to go. Doesn't get an opportunity because it's been picked off here by the Demons. Oh, play on as the caller comes out the back. Quick hands finds to Maxie Thompson. Thompson, it'll be down the ground. In fact, it is. Now, the umpire needs to spot up where that free kick will be. It can't be anywhere near where the umpire is at the moment. It should be about 30 metres back this way, but it's not. It's going to be down the ground, and Corey Daniels will take a shot on goal.
A little bit silly there from Daniel Mace as well. Thompson was always going to kick it, and all he's done is just given him a shot on goal inside 50.
And probably fortunate with that, Mark has been manned up as well too, because they're probably 20 metres closer to the goal than maybe should be.
Absolutely it is. It was a long way back, and the ball just bounced, so they've wandered over to it. Corey, shot on goal, starts at left, comes back on the breeze. That's the one they wanted, the Demons. 7-6-48 Woorinen United, 2-3-15. Corey Daniels gets one on the board, courtesy of an indiscretion by the Woorinen combination.
Yeah, a little bit silly, as Matt said, from Daniel Mace. Young Tomo was going to get his kick, and then he brought him down, and then obviously the ball went down to Corey Daniels. And a beautiful kick by Corey, just judged the win perfectly.
So that ends a run of 7 straight goals for Woorinen. The Demons kicked the first, and now Corey Daniels gets on the board with his first of the afternoon. Midway through the second quarter, Erlinson gets up high, taps it down to Gallo, gives it off to Vespremi. Clever handball from him, finds Lucas Utica. 50 metres out, goes in the direction of Daniels. Oh, bounces ball at the back, taken by Thompson. Wants to get around Miliardo, can't do so. Gives the handball backwards to Daniels. Dangerous position, rush. He came quickly, couldn't take possession. However, there was Woorinen, still with Woorinen. Taken in a tackle and taken to ground, and we'll have a ball up 40 metres out from goal, directly in front for the Demons.
Credit there to Robbie Rush. Attacked the footy, didn't wait, went in hard. The ball comes over the top of the pack, picked off there beautifully by Woorinen. Now the ball is in front of Stone. Will it sit for him? Oh, it does eventually, but he's gone. Bolton way too quick, and Stone not given any word from his teammate, but Bolton gets up, wants to give the handball away. Oh, it's going to be 50-50.
It will be.
Yep. Stoney.
Get some advice as well.
Absolutely. Just took a step because the other bloke was going to call the play on. He didn't. So he has to go all the way down to 50-metre penalty. So a couple of down the grounds here.
And there's no use arguing about it as well too. I mean, you know what the rule is. You know what was going to happen, but that's the rule.
Absolutely. And Bolton, Charlie, the big opportunity. He's got one on the board. Takes his time, as he should. Crucial chance here. Has to go left to right.
Just ill discipline from the Tigers the last couple of minutes.
Twice. Here we go. Bolton kicks it. Goal umpire comes back in across, and United move along by 1, but it's Woorinen 7-6-48, United 3-3-21, and Charlie Bolton has 2 for the Demons. That's on the Max Wilson Tyres of Kerrang scoreboard.
A bit of spark there for United as well, two goals there, but while they've been from down the field free kicks as well too, all 50-metre penalties, they've been getting back in the contest as well too. This last 3 minutes here, they've actually got involved in the contest. They've been harder around the footy, winning those free kicks because of that one there where Charlie Bolton was too quick for Josh Stone. Good tackle, leads to a free kick and a goal. So United back in this game.
So they certainly are. A couple of quick goals to the Demons, and as we said, coming from ill discipline from the Tigers, and all of a sudden the margin now back to 27 points. It's still a long way back for United. They are giving themselves a chance at least midway through this second quarter. Barry feeds the handball out, trying to come the other way. There was Johnson, couldn't do so. Utica maybe got a high one. Umpire lets it go, and we'll get a ball up still in the middle of the ground.
A couple of players just trying to get that high one coming their way by dropping the knees a little, Matt, I think, inside. Just not coming from the umpire, which is good umpiring. The ball goes forward of the pack. Again, there'll be another ball up. Just a little stalemate.
And you're right too, Noel. I mean, a few players try and look for the easy free kick. Umpires are aware of that, so let them play the ball.
Whistle, free kick will go the way of Woorinen for a block, and it will go the way of Lockie Gardner. Now, if Gardner's true to form, he should bang this and go really deep. And he looks like he's going to do exactly that. Gets towards centre half forward, straight down the corridor. The marking attempt is on. Is it going to be paid? It's a push out, and the free kick will go the way of Joel Campbell.
So Campbell now Comes out wide for Richmond, just showed too much of it there to Kane Reid. Good strong mark from him. That's a Swan Hill High mark of the day contender. Reid back inside 50. Miliardo on the lead, can't get there. Campbell front position, spoiled away from him. Taken now by Jai Barry. Gets onto the left boot and puts it home. Barry with a Vernon Steele goal of the day contender. And they go to 8-6-54, Woorinen United, 3-3-21. We've just ticked over in time on, and that is on the Max Wilson Tyres Kerrang scoreboard.
Yeah, certainly the Vernon Steele goal that they contender, that one there. But good play there by Woorinen. Joel Campbell had the free kick. They actually set up a good zone. Joel missed with his kick. They turned the footy over, got the ball down to Jai Barry there. And we talked about before on that left foot, spun around his left foot, got himself an extra 4 or 5 metres, able to have a shot for goal. And we know how good Jai Barry is with his foot disposal. Goes through for a good goal.
He stayed out of the pack situation, and I'm going to give credit here to Jose Miliardo. I reckon he saw him. He's punched that ball probably 15 metres toward Barry. The ball, speaking of the ball comes through. Reid off. Copped a really high one. Plays on. Good football. Comes out wide. Puts the handball out in front of the teammate on the run. That's Thompson. Has to go back inboard. Does. Gives it a quick handball across. Running through the middle is Johnson. His kick. Shocker. Well, Walsh hasn't been sighted. The ball goes in and under. Plays from both sides in hard. Free kick goes the way of the Tigers. It'll go the way of the Tigers. Joel Campbell got involved.
Charles Skeen.
And it is Skeen.
Joel Campbell thought that he was about to take possession of the footy, took him to ground, holding a man without the footy.
Absolutely, Skeen. Well, the Demons got a couple, but here's an opportunity for the Tigers, to get one back here. In fact, it'll be 2 because we had that one from Jai Barry. 8 separate goal kickers in their 8 thus far. Can Skeen break the mould? And they won't mind if he does. His kick, high, really high, but accurate. Skeen likes it. The most important man on the ground at the moment, the goal umpire likes it. 14-9-6-60, United 3-3-21. Max Wilson Tyres Kerrang scoreboard. The forward structure standing up for the Tigers.
It's actually the quick possession into the forward line, which is actually getting them the results. Woorinen, every time they move the ball in quickly, they end up getting a good goal because of United's actually been panicking down there. We know they've got experienced players down there, Joel Campbell, Joel Walsh and Richmond as well too, but they just seem to be panicked a bit at the moment. That one there, Joel Campbell panicked that Cole Skeen had actually taken the ball. Took him in possession without it.
Margin back out to 39 points. Coming through the middle there. Gallo just missed the target by hand. Bigham tried to get it back to Gallo. Couldn't do so. Kane Reid went the other way. Going in hard and low was Barry. Eventually, the umpire says, give it to me, as Kane Reid's wrapped up in a tackle, and we will get a ball up still inside the centre square.
Boys, can I just ask you quickly? Warburton doing a really good job here with Joel Walsh by taking him wide out of the contest.
Yeah, he certainly is, and that's what they wanted at quarter time, just to make him more accountable by taking him out of the contest as well too. They've all of a sudden opened that middle of the ground in their forward line so that they can go through there.
It's open again because the Woorinen side have gone forward. A little bit of body work, good forward craft here by Will Collicoat. Held his defender off and then just dived forward, took an easy chest mark. Calculated play though out of the middle of the ground here by the Tigers. Gee, they're on fire.
They're doing it a bit easy at the moment, aren't they?
On the bit. And the Demons have nothing to offer at the moment. They're getting belted out of the middle. Collicoat. Can he get an early nail in? His kick. He's a goal kicker. He's a goal kicker. He's a goal kicker! Collicoat brings up the double figures in the goal scoring zone. Woorinen 10-6, 66. United 3-3-21. And it's really getting away from the Demons now. And that is on the Max Wilson Tyres of Kerrang scoreboard.
Yeah, no, just getting it out of the centre of the ground. And I was just going to say before he kicked it, he loves kicking a goal, as you said, Noel, and he's a renowned goal kicker, and he just leaned back and drilled it straight back over the goal umpire's head.
When did Walshy touch the ball last, you think?
That would be about halfway through the first quarter.
So, ball back in the middle. And Kane Reid doing the ruck work. He's giving Lockie Gardner a chop out. And sitting over the top of there was Bigham. Didn't take possession, but umpire says, give it to me, and we'll have a ball up Still inside the centre square is Erlandson. Taps it down, trying to take it there was Vespremi. Eventually did. Found a little bit of space, but had his kick smothered. Still with Vespremi. Tap on the outside to Jordan Utica. Gives it to Dom Gallo. His handball long, looking for Daniels. Couldn't quite find him. Good work there from Xavier Johnson.
Oh, he's quick.
Johnson puts the afterburners on. Kick down the line. Unable to take it was Sterling. Run down from behind by Stone. And he will... Wow, I thought that was going to be a free kick.
So did he.
Gone out for a boundary throw-in.
It was going to be dark because that was similar to what he got pinged for.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, boys, how big a risk now to move Walsh onto the ball?
Certainly would be good because, I mean, you need to get him into the game. They've actually done a great job, Woorinen, to take him out of the play by moving him to the flanks.
Taylor Cameron got the footy out wide. Reid gets a little handball over the top. It's smothered. Again, Woorinen builds forward. Reid with the footy. Reid across half forward. Reid, get out the back line, they're saying. Blake Reid brings up number 11. Oh, Woorinen, party show here. Woorinen 11-6-72, United 3-3-21. We've got half-back flankers and centre half-backs kicking goals.
That's teamwork, though, Noel, because they just know they trust their teammates as well, too. When they've been moving the ball so quick into this forward line, they've got loose players everywhere, and United just don't know what to do here. Momentum's just such a wonderful thing in footy. It's hard to stop so much, and you can see here that United kicked 2 goals there. Since then, it's been all Woorinen.
Make a move. Do something.
Vernon Steele goal of the day contender as well to Blake Reid there. And that is the 10th goal for the quarter. 8 of them have gone to the yellow and black. Comes out now towards Jordan Utica. He's wrapped up in a tackle by Thompson. And we will get a ball up just attacking side of the centre circle for the Demons.
27 gone, second quarter. Max Wilson ties of Kerrang scoreboard, and coming through as the Demons. No, not able to get onto it. Langford, he just ducked and weaved through beautifully. Comes to Jai Barry, kicks an inside-out torpedo, if you don't mind. Comes to the half-forward line. The Tigers will love to see this over the line. Is it a free kick? The umpire says no. Throw it in. As the forwards and backs from both sides. Campbell gets up, as does Matty Perry. They help each other up and they go forward and back depending on which side you're following.
So ball now tossed back into play. Thompson all on his own at the back of the pack. Doesn't matter. Comes to Warburton. Gets the kick inside 50. Walsh going back with the flight. Couldn't take the mark. Feeds the handball off to Threadgold. He comes out wide looking for Max Thompson, who marks on the chest at half back.
Thompson, and that's a big call when you say Thompson's marking that. Just on the 50-metre line, defensive side, kick into Walsh. Walsh up the ground. Let's see if the Demons can get something moving here. They go across the ground. Reid can get in and intercept. He can't. Utica on the outside. In fact, it's coming through there as Threadgold. Nick goes through the middle of the ground. Now it's Utica. Jordan, centre of the ground, kicks to half forward, and a mark taken. Good structure here for the Demons. Ends up with Corey Daniels, who will kick from about 48 metres out directly in front, but finally some system coming into their side.
Yeah, just coming back through the corridor there, but Matt and Stewie, probably one of the few times they've actually been able to get their hands on the ball, the Demons.
Yeah, certainly. The Tigers have been fantastic around the contest.
Tigers have got Gardner off, Perry off. They're just having a good time here at the moment. Corey Daniels unloads. That's a massive kick. Really big kick. It's going to be touched on the line through for a minor score. Woorinen 11-6-72. 28, nearly 29 gone in the second quarter. Leeds United 3-4, 22, 50-point lead.
So Matt Gardner now brings the ball back into play. Goes out wide and clever kick. Finds a teammate there in Booth, who tried to find Robbie Rush by hand. Daniels, however, intercepted it. It'll be, well, a free kick and advantage paid. However, it'll be going back the other way. It went to Woorinen originally. Now United going back inside 50. Poor kick looking for Thompson. Intercepting it, Kane Reid at half-back.
Takes out wide, comes across to one of the better players today. Certainly a contender for our Cadiz Mechanical and 4x4 in Tommy Langford, who takes the mark. Has a look at the clock, says, hey, not long to go. Let's just suck up some time. Comes across, finds Gardner. Across half-back. That's Matthew. Kicks down the line. The bounce, well, the ball will stay in. Oh, no, it won't. He's just coming over the top there. There's Warburton, sees the ball, Dougie Beam, sees the ball over the line and out of bounds. Boundary umpire comes in to play and will throw the ball in. Can't be long to go. Having said that, there's been a lot of goals kicked.
So ball now tossed back into play. Centre wing, grandstand side of the ground. Henry Thompson feeds the handball out to Jai Barry. He gets the handball backwards to Thompson. He gives it off to Langford. Little one further afield. Coming across there was Jordan Utica. Held it out the ball, said the umpire. It'll be a free kick going the way of the Demons to Utica, who quickly look to move it out wide to Walsh.
Oh, no.
Ball just doesn't quite sit for him on the first attempt. feeds the handle off the thread goal, gives it back to Walsh, who just lowers the eyes, spots up Riley Daniels. Too far out to score. Wastes no time, however. Goes long inside 50. At the back of the pack, Charlie Bolton. Couple of players pushing and shoving. It'll be a free kick going the way of the Tigers to Matty Gardner, and it'll be for a hold against Nick O'Neill.
Yeah, Nick, I don't think you've got a case to argue, mate.
No, certainly hasn't, and probably poor work in the air for Nick O'Neill. He's not a high marking forward as well too, so just didn't know the forward craft there.
Gardner unloads Walsh. Well, he's a long way up from the half-back flank. Luckily, the ball's going to go over the line and out of bounds because, again, the Tigers were going to be out and out quickly through the agency of Miliardo and Beams. Not able to do that, and the ball's gone over the line and out of bounds. 30-minute mark, and it at the moment is 11 goals, 672 Woorinen United, 3 goals for 22, 50-point lead to the Tigers.
So ball now tossed back into play, although it'll be having another go as the wind once again making life difficult for the boundary umpires this afternoon.
Patrick Vesremi was lucky he didn't give away a free kick there.
He probably was actually, Matt, now that you mention that. Ball thrown back into play. Erlinson just thumps it forward, gains another couple of metres for the Demons, but finds the boundary line, and it'll be tossed back into play at half forward.
Hey, tactically here, Lockie Gardner off the ground means that Woorinen have gone with more mobile ruckman, which is giving them more speed around the contest, and it's certainly working for them because, again, out the back of the pack, Langford gets the handball away, wants it back, comes over to Taylor Cameron. What a magic pickup. One hand, kicks it into the forward line. The ball is going to be pushed over the back of the pack. Clever coming through, not able to get on the end of it through the middle as Collicote had the footy, comes back inboard. They have to go with the outside of the inside, if you know what I mean. They do. The kick was a little ripper. It goes over to Daniel Mace, who's been told to go back and take a shot on goal.
The good work there by the Woorinen players. They just kept the ball in motion.
3-minute mark. Last quarter in the A-grade netball. Kundruk Barham 39, Mallee Eagles 31. Shot on goal. Minor score goes the way Woorinen. They move to 11-7, 73 United, 3-4-22. Big upset looming there. Kundruk Barham 8 goals up.
So Walsh brings the ball back into play. Richmond takes the mark, goes short to Utica. He marks. Hasn't got a lot to kick to, so goes short to Gallo. That's barely the 15.
Oh.
Eventually plays on now. Goes long down the line. Who flies? Dolben from the side. Can't quite take the mark. Henry Thompson stayed down. Did the roving. Good work from him. Goes down the line, but the mark taken by Ben Shadbolt at half-back for the Demons.
Just showing his versatility there, Thompson, wasn't he?
As you can hear the siren in the background, it is Woorinen at the main break by 51 points. 11-7-73, the Tigers leading 9 West United 3-4-22. Don't go anywhere. The halftime show with Thanks to the Guardian still to come on the other side of this break on 3SH Central Murray Live.
It's the Central Murray Live Grand Final Special.
51-point lead to Woorinen at half-time, 11-7-73 to the Demons, 3-4-22. The third quarter, when we get underway, will be brought to you by the Euston Club Resort. Woorinen and the umpires, as you can hear, they are back out on the ground. We're just waiting for the re-emergence of the Demons. And Noel, I suppose, in terms of the first half, a pretty lacklustre showing from the United side.
Well, in fact, I would suggest they haven't showed at all. They haven't turned up, a lot of them, unfortunately, just getting overrun. The strength of the wave of Woorinen at the moment, from the centre of the ground forward in that quarter, what they kick it, 8 goals, 3 in that quarter, and a couple of in-a-row goals to the United in the middle, punctuated by some indiscretions. But 8 goals, 3, yeah, you're right, and certainly the Woorinen combination have this game at their absolute mercy.
I think, boys, we're taking a little bit away. While we're saying that United haven't turned up, Woorinen has just been really clean today, really superior. Shows why they've been on top all year as well too. I mean, the way that they've actually played, how clinical they've been, how well they've used each other as well too, has put them in this position.
Not only that, Matt, they've sort of beaten United at their own game, haven't they? And they bring the ball back through the corridor, run, carry, link up by hand, and United, they've actually made the Demons look slow.
They have, and you're right, and it's amazing. when you use the ball and you use it well, how quickly you can move it. It's actually not foot speed, which actually makes the ball move quickly. It's clean possession, it's quick possession as well too, and Woorinen have been doing that for the whole game. United, if they could get that side of their game going, they could get a couple of goals early on in this quarter here as well too, and the game could be back on. Unfortunately, I think Woorinen are a bit too professional to allow that to happen, so I don't think they'll leave they have free possession much in this first 10 minutes.
Boys, while we've got the opportunity, let's get around the grounds, and it's going to be a big old time down Kundrook Barham Way, because the A grade, the fairy tale, has come to fruition. Kundrook Barham 51 have defeated the Mallee Eagles 37. That's a massive result for the Kundrook Barham side, and Shane, you've been following the netball closer than any of us. That's huge.
Certainly is. They've gone from wooden spooners and having won one game last year to being premiers just 12 months later. I mean, that really is fairy tale stuff, isn't it? When you think about it, from last to first within a season, it happens very rarely. In fact, I don't think it's ever happened in my time involved. I don't know about you, Noel. You've been involved a bit longer than me.
No, can't remember it. I'll just get through some of these scores. The under-15 Swan Hill 7-8-50, Kerrang 139, best on Clem Harris from Swan Hill. Colts Swan Hill 12-6-78, Lake Boga 11-7-73. Really good game. Harry Scott Swan Hill best on, and in the reserves Woorinen 7-13-55, Lake Boga 3-11-29, best player Lockie Martin for Woorinen. The netball results will give you on the way through, but we're ready to go in this, the all-important third quarter. Houston Club Resort scoreboard, 51-point lead to Woorinen.
It is, and we are about to get underway. And here's Noel Watson.
Umpire throws the ball aloft. Erlinson gets up high, comes down, lands flat on his back, but the ball has gone the way of a teammate in Dom Gallo, who kicks an up and under. Woorinen gets the fist away. Now the runner's on. Who's going to get out there wide quickly enough? Henry Thompson says, boys, has it gone over the line deliberately? No, it hasn't. And let's reset and see if we can get the ball going forward our way. And that would be to our left of screen or to the Tintinder end for those that know the ground.
So ball now tossed back into play. And off hands at the back, trying to get a handle on it was Taylor. Cameron Orr went to ground hard too. Miliardo goes inside 50, long ball looking for Skane at the back. Collicote, little handball back into traffic. Oh, Perry, does he get a boot to the ball? He doesn't. It's through for a minor score. And it is 11-8-74, the Tigers. They lead United 3-4-22 inside the first minute on the Houston Club Resort scoreboard.
Can't see any major changes, Matt?
Yeah, no, big major change. They've been listening to you, the United side. They've got Joel Walsh in the middle of the ground. They've moved Max Thompson up to the wing. There's a couple of changes that I've noticed so far.
I did see Walsh come into the middle of the ground, but I was looking defensively. They can't do much because Woorinen have got a couple of tools down there, and certainly that one at the moment that shows out really, to me, is Matt Perry, and he's got to be picked up by Joel Campbell.
So we're going to get another ball up across half-back for the Demons, but I suppose regardless of where Walsh plays, they need to get their hand on the ball, and that's the key thing for the Demons, is coming through. That man Walsh feeds the handball out wide, wants the boundary almost. Picking it up though was Langford, really good in the first half. So just down the line, unable to find a teammate as Sterling comes across to take the intercept mark for the Demons.
Back pocket area, Sterling looks down the ground. Long target on. Best Premi would be one of those. He's going to fly across the pack. He's not. The ball will come in his general direction off the hands of the pack. Big fist away by Reed. Sees the ball over the line. That's Reed Kane who got the big fist in as Robbie Rush comes screaming off the ground. Elijah Miliardo goes on.
And that's what Woorinen would like to see from United. Having to go back and kick long down the line. When United can chip the ball around and start to move it, that's when they're dangerous. But Woorinen will be happy with this setup so far.
So Walsh and Thompson, that's Henry Thompson, standing on each other there at that stoppage as it comes out the back towards Gallo, who's taken the ground, feeds the handball along the line looking for Utica, but Jai Barry happy to see it over for a boundary throw-in at half-forward for Woorinen.
I think Stoney was very close to getting another free kick there, but the ball just, the umpire indicated, got a hand to it, did Gallo, so the ruckman reset. The ball pushed wide, comes to Utica, dispossessed, in and under. The players from both sides just fall on the ball, and another ball off will take place between wing and half-forward. Woorinen ever so slightly into attack.
So taken now by Erlinson, who got the handball away only as far as Henry Thompson. However, he handballs to Barry. who runs his full measure, gets on the left boot inside 50. At the back, Collie Coat couldn't take possession. Doing well there was Thread Gold for the Demons. Comes out wide, over the head of Thompson. So Max now, centre wing, goes up towards half forward. Riley Daniels can feed the handball over to his brother Corey. Decides instead to kick in the direction of Vespremi. Goes over his head. Umpire May got in the way a little bit there. Good work from Kane Reid. Two toe pokes out towards the boundary. Finds it. What does the umpire say? Deliberate. It'll be a free kick going the way of the Demons to Patrick Vespremi.
The kick was, you were right, Shane, in the vicinity of Vespremi earlier. Nowhere near him in the end. Kick into the forward line. Big leap by Corey Daniels at the back of the pack. Coming across the quick through the middle was Bingham. Had the foot. He goes to ground. Defence for Woorinen standing up right in front of the scoreboard on the outer side, which shows Woorinen 11-6-72. United 3-4-22. 4 minutes gone, third quarter.
So ball now. Off hands. Comes in the direction of Utica, but going the other way was Johnson. Did well. Got it to Warburton. He was dumped after he kicked it. Umpire lets it go up towards centre wing. Now Jordan Utica leads back in the chase. Can't get a handle on the ball, as Stone happy to see it over for a boundary throw in centre wing on the far side of the ground.
Really quick there was Beams coming up to assist, but Stone couldn't get it in his direction quickly enough. And again, just heading his way deep into the forward line, taking O'Neill with him. O'Neill got a decided limp too at the moment.
So tap down, looking for Thompson. He runs onto it, did well. Little handball back into traffic though, just missed the target coming through. There was Thompson. He couldn't quite get a handle on it either. Eventually Walsh feeds the handball out to Erlinson. He loads up, goes inside 50. Corey Daniels at the back, but reading the play better was Ben Booth, and he takes the Swan Hill Higher Mark of the Day contender.
Skipped over 50 as well too. 50 because Corey Daniels on the mark. He just like Stoney did early in that first quarter as well too. Step to his left and 50-metre penalty.
This could end up anywhere. In fact, it goes towards the centre wing, which to Reid. Should get the handball over the top to Miliardo. Does. Elijah. Poor bounce. Elijah. Oh, did he drop the footy? The umpire says no because he was unsighted. Fair enough. Good call. The ball goes over the line and out of bounds. Calls for a ball in. Elijah Miliardo had the chance, just didn't sit for him, as Reid shot the ball over the top to him.
So ball to be tossed back into play over in front of the Woorinen interchange bench here at the Swan Hill Rec. Erlinson tapped down looking for Utica, but getting in the way was Warburton. Fed it out to Thompson. That'll be holding the ball. It'll go the Demons' way. No advantage, said the umpire. So it'll come back to Dom Gallo, who quickly plays on. Just sits it up high, not the best of kicks. Larkins has to track it back, does. Throws it on the boot, and it'll go out of bounds on the full, as Vespremi says, well, you just had to hit me up, but couldn't do so.
I was worried what you were going to say then, Shane.
Is there a rule
Not quite what he said,
no. I know.
Is there a rule about kicking to ruckman?
Yes. Don't ever.
Yes.
Oh, hello. We've got a kick back in. It's going to stay inboard. Speaking of ruckman, the ball comes to ground. Coming through is Walsh, now having a run on the ball. Picks the footy up, but gets thrown to ground by Lockie Gardner. So Walshy hands the ball back to the central umpire. Big lead here, 50-point lead to Woorinen. Third quarter underway by 6.5.
So taken now by Warburton, feeds the handball off to Barry. He runs out of room, and we will get another boundary thrown in front of the United interchange bench. They trail by 50 points here at the 6-minute mark of the third term. Tossed back into play. Gardner just gets rid of Larkins, then throws it on the boot. Bouncing ball. Mace comes out to meet it. Did well. Handball to Warburton. Handball to Elijah Miliardo, centre wing. Oh, kick wasn't the best though. Only as far as Max Thompson, who's starting to get a little bit of it. Runs out of room, however. And it will be a boundary throw-in.
For those that missed it in the A-grade netball, Kundruk Barham 51 have defeated the Mallee Eagles 37. So a fantastic season for Kundruk Barham, for them to win the flag. As Gardner puts his hand up, that's Lockie, says, I'm going to do the ruck work. I want someone front of the pack. And he points directly to Jai Barry. Let's see what happens here. Gardner in front of the pack is Thompson. Elijah Miliardo paying plenty of attention to him. Gardner gets his opponent out of the road, and underneath is the other Miliardo. Jose has a football in front of him. 10 separate goal kickers to half-time did the Tigers have.
So tap down to Miliardo, throws it on the boot, front position, goes the way of Dougie Beams, and he marks on the chest, 45 from home, on about a 30-degree angle, but Dougie Beams will go back and look to extend this lead for the Tigers. Front position, just parked himself in front of Nick O'Neill, and that's the advantage of playing in front.
Well summed up, because that's exactly what it was, Shane. Big body in front.
So Dougie Beams had the job in the first half of keeping Joel Walsh quiet, did that very well. Now has the job of extending the lead for the Tigers.
Oh, my goodness.
And he's done exactly that. Oh. They are on their way, Woorinen. 12.678. Beams with his second. United 3.422. 8 minutes into the third term on the Euston Club Resort scoreboard.
Exactly the start of the third quarter that Woorinen would have been looking for as well too. Even though it's the first goal they've kicked in the first 8 minutes, they've actually stopped United. United have had plenty of opportunity. They've got the ball going forward a few times as well too. They've been able to stop the forward movement as well too. Bottle her up, get it back to ball up situations as well too. And then 8 minutes into the quarter, scored the first goal.
Woorinen just trying to set up a cross half-back to get some runs. So they've sent Johnson back there with Gardner as well, in case the ball does come in their direction. And it does. Now there's a whistle. It's a free kick. It'll go the way of Utica through the middle. Jordan, he was really busy early. Has a free kick. Now, where's the target? It's going to be Corey, I would suggest, to the outer side, but he's double-teamed. So he sells a bit of candy and gets round and goes straight down the ground. Numbers favour Woorinen. Oh, big marking attempt. Not taken. The ball goes to ground. There'll be a big pack of players going in and under. Now, will that be a free kick? The player kick the footy afterwards? No, says the umpire.
Probably not the best kick, though, from Jordan Utica, because the fact is that United haven't got big, tall forwards as well, too. Why they would actually take the time and then kick it deep into the forward line to a pack of players, not going to get a goal out of that.
Ben Booth's just loving it. And the Reeds.
Exactly right.
Matty Gardner.
It's like having a president. Gift wrap to him, isn't it? So,
absolutely.
Woorinen would be loving this.
So, ball thrown up about 15 metres out from the Demons' goal. Tapped down by Larkins. Only as far, though, as Langford, who just hacks it forward. Lucks a fortune, ends up in the hands of Johnson. Runs his full measure. High kick into the middle of the ground. Bouncing ball, just eludes Skane. Tracking it back now, Shadbolt. Feeds the handball out wide. Finds a teammate there in O'Neill, who goes long down the line looking for Bolton, who just can't quite get a handle on it. Taken now by Rush. Feeds the handball out into the middle towards Thompson. Gives it to Barry. Those two have been working together all afternoon. Long handball to Rush. High up and under kick. Sitting underneath it and taking... Well, he didn't take the mark in the end, was Skane. As Richmond right there with him, sitting over the top of the ball. But the umpire says, give it to me. And we'll have a ball up half forward, between wing and half forward. Woorinen into attack.
Boys, a quick observation. The forward handballs now are really strong for Woorinen. Forward ones.
Yeah, that's right. They certainly are at the moment.
They're not messing around with anything. Miliardo picks it up from the ruckwork, goes bang, long in the forward line. There is a hold. There's a definite hold. Skane in front. Got the jumper grabbed. I was watching it through here, and he's got the free kick. We'll have a shot on goal. Kyle Skane has two. Not much that can be done against that. He had the front position. You've got to try as a backman to get some advantage. Not able to do so.
Just man in front once again, Noel. Just parked himself in front.
Skane with the footy, has kicked two. Always bent the knees, pulled it a little bit. It's going to come across. Big leap across the back of the pack. Not able to get there was Miliardo. In underneath his Mace. Gets to the outside of the left boot. Oh, Mace. Mace has missed, I would suggest. Gone right across the face. I thought the breeze was going to take
it back, yeah.
Oh, just got a little bit elevated there. I thought, look out.
And you got a little bit excited, Noel.
I know. What am I doing, Stewie? Really? It's gone over the line. Boundary umpire to throw it in.
So deep into attack for the Tigers. As O'Neill slaps it over the back. Can't quite find a teammate coming the other way. Miliardo got the handball away. Then just hacked it forward. Unable to take the mark. In fact, it probably wasn't 15, was Richmond. Gave it away, though. And wrapped up in a tackle there for the Woorinen side is Skane.
Richmond was lucky there. I mean, he could have just turned it over quite easy. He could have just pushed it through from behind. Start again.
A lot of finger pointing here from the Woorinen defence. The ruckman go at it. Mace got a little soccer forwards close to the boundary line. Can Campbell pick it up? He ran straight past the footy, then had to go back and dive on it. In underneath Beach, has the footy in front, goes back in. There's a whistle on play. It would be a trip, I would suggest. Now a free kick going the way of the Demons. Yeah, it was coming all the way back, and Jaden Sterling worked hard for the free kick, gets it. Now Sterling will have to kick down the line, one would think. Oh, no.
Decides to switch instead. Finds a teammate in the defensive goal square in Vespremi, who goes straight up the middle to Mitch Grinham. He takes the mark at centre half back. Wants to come through the corridor, goes short to Walsh, takes the mark. He comes out towards centre wing, grandstand side of the ground. Mark taken by Bingham, goes down the line to Bolton. He can turn and go. Daniels wants it deep in the goal square. That's the direction that he heads. Coming from the side will be Erlinson. No one able to take the mark. Off hands comes to Lucas Utica, gets around on the right boot, snap on goal, has put it through. So United get their fourth. They go to 4-4-28. They trail Woorinen 12-6-78. And that is on the Euston Club Resort scoreboard.
As you talked about at half-time, though, United looked most dangerous when they moved the ball with a bit of speed, and in that situation there, they got the ball to the outside, so Joel Walsh got the ball in the middle of the ground, went straight to the wing, and then they moved it to three players and moved the ball quickly. All of a sudden, they give their forwards a bit of a chance. They one out. Corey Daniels there against Ben Booth. While he didn't take the mark, he brought it to ground, got it to ground, and Lucas Utica was there to help him out and kicked a good goal over his shoulder.
Just need about 6 in a row now. Let's see what happens here for the Demons. That's tongue-in-cheek for those that missed it. Ruckman, go up. Oh, Erlinson. Well, neither of the Ruckman touched it. It just bounced straight off the ground again. Sits up. Utica, been good today. Has the footy on the outside. That's Jordan. Kicks into the forward line. Strong mark taken by Walsh in front. Wheels, goes, drills it into the forward line. Booth is the recipient. Well, it bounced out of his arms. He's got it close to the boundary line. Now it's gone over the line and out of bounds. But Booth on Daniels. I didn't see it for a start. I thought Daniels would be too quick, but Booth's done a really good job.
Certainly has, and probably also been helped by United's entries into their forward line not really being to the favour of any of their forwards, least alone Corey Daniels. Quick kick into the middle of the ground by Woorinen. No one able to take the mark. Campbell for United goes back inside 50. Pack flies. Erlinson had a little bit of it. Umpire said no mark, as he should have. Comes to Bingham, fed the handball along, but that'll be holding the pill. It'll go against the Demons, and it was against Vespremi. It'll be taken by Benny Booth on defensive 50.
He gets 2 free kicks because 2 umpires blew the whistle and gave the same
one
decision.
time. I did notice that, Noel.
So it must be accurate. Booth with the kick goes from half-back to outer-side centre wing area. Oh, big temp in front. Was it a mark? That'll be a contender for the mark of the day if it is. And it was on the outer side. A big mark taken by Perry. Perry with the kick. Well, where's he going to go? He's going to unload toward half-forward, looking for another big marking attempt. Jose Miliardo has the footy, also has 3 opponents hanging off him. Langford, turned back to the hands of time. There's a free kick down the ground. Will it be? The umpire says no. What's he called? Well, the central umpire blew the whistle. Now it's gone over the line and out of bounds. And I think he was just having a discussion.
It should have been downfield.
It was just a discussion. The ball's, in fact, gone over the line and out of bounds. So a little bit of turn of foot there, if you don't mind, from Tommy Langford.
So ball tossed back into play. Taken by Beams. Feeds the handball outside the contest. Only as far. That was Lucas Utica. United work it up to half-back. Vespremi. Was he taken high? Umpire said he was. It'll be a free kick going the way of Vespremi on the over in front of the Leisure Centre.
A couple of old heads having a discussion there. Langford and Vespremi. Langford just asked to come back on the mark a little bit if he would. Vespremi told to get on with it. That's the 40 half-back flank. Where's the next target? There's no movement whatsoever. Only player moving has got his back to him, and that's Alex Erlinson. Kicks towards centre wing. Mark in front taken. Well, that's a contender for our mark of the day. Absolutely. Taylor Cameron, compliments of Swan Hill higher.
So Cameron, centre wing for the Tigers, goes long inside 50. Perry, front position, 1-2. Didn't quite bring it down, however. Probably a little bit unlucky.
Yep.
Utica takes possession. He goes to ground. And we will have a ball up 40 metres out from the Woorinen goal.
Thought he had 2 bites of the cherry there, Shane.
Just didn't quite have the third, Stewie.
No.
Utica will sleep well tonight. He's been really good today. From the ruck work, picked off here by Gardner. Lockie bangs it into the forward line. Speaking of power forwards, there's another one. Skane has got in front and taken yet another mark. So Gardner just grabbed it, banged it on the boot, didn't even think about where it was going. Hoped the forwards were in front, and they were. Skane, Kyle with 2. Will he go the banana? Will he go straight on? He's going to lay it across the boot and kick it up and hope for the ball to carry across. The goal umpire says you did, just too far. Woorinen 12-7-79, Woorinen 4-4-28, and I think the steam's gone out of it a little bit here.
Certainly has. 17 minutes into this third quarter. Kick out goes long. Riley Daniels with a good strong mark.
He called for that off the bench.
So Daniels now goes long down the line. Unable to mark. There was Corey Daniels, met solidly as well. Max Thompson tracks it back. Can't quite take possession. Walsh doing the same. Good work from Elijah Miliardo. Fed the handball off to Ben Booth, but it went over the boundary line for a throw-in at half-forward for the Demons.
Demons can't take a trick because the kick was indiscriminate, marked by Dom Gallo, who was about to take off, and the boundary umpire intervened. Said, no, boys, it's mine. Ruckman, Erlinson up against Gardner. We called it early, and we're still calling it. Goes away with Gardner. Looks for Miliardo. Vespremi picks it off. Comes out the back of the pack. Good run here. Oh, the look up for the handball was to Miliardo. Not forthcoming. The umpire should call a hold, and does. Free kick going the way of the Demons. And again, it's Utica with the footy who kicks with the left boot down the ground.
He does, in the direction of Riley Daniels, who wants to get around on the left boot. Can't do so. Feeds the handball over the boundary line for a throw-in. And that sums up United's afternoon at the moment. Just unable to handle the pressure coming from Woorinen, as Elijah Miliardo lets Riley Daniels know about it.
2 goals to Charlie Bolton, 1 to Lucas Utica, 1 to Corey Daniels. Total sum of 4 for the afternoon. Lovely ruck work here by Erlinson. Gets the ball out the back to the running Gallo. Gallo, that's a team goal. Team goal. Team goal to Gallo. Fantastic ruck work by Alex Erlinson. Got it over the back. Plenty of room at the back of the pack. United get one, but it's Woorinen 12-7-79. United 5-4-34.
You called it beautifully, Niall. He just with the 2 hands brought it out of the back, straight into Gallo's hands. He let go from some 40 metres out. It just floated beautifully, and it's a great goal, a team-lifting goal. They need a few more.
First time this afternoon the Demons have recorded back-to-back goals. As back in the middle. And Walsh taken off the ball as umpire lets it go. Comes out now to Utica. He feeds the handball only as far as Lockie Warburton. However, Thompson, that's Henry. His handball intercepted by Utica. Rush couldn't get a handle on the ball. Gives away the free kick. It'll go the way of Braden Bingham for the Demons.
Henry Thompson has been good today. Oh, there's the kick. Smothered. Comes out the back. Handball opportunity. Comes to Barry. Barry will go left. Does. Looks down the ground. Player down the middle of the ground for United. Kicks into the forward line, does Barry. Miliardo, was he held? No. Picks it up on the left boot. Jose Miliardo blasts and blasts wildly. Minor score goes on the board. Woorinen 12-8-80. United 5-4-34. Player still down in there, Matt.
Yeah, certainly is. And Braden Bingham just got a bit of a whack in that contest after he kicked the ball. He got smothered on that kick. Just got collected. It looks okay. Runner coming back off the ground.
Just doing a recount.
Probably is too.
So Nick O'Neill with the kick-in duties now, with Walsh playing on the ball. Just goes straight up the middle of the ground, and that was a horrible-looking kick.
Good.
Taken by Mitchell Lawn on the chest. Goes inside 50. That wasn't a lot better, but at least it spun the right way as Nick Threadgold marks inside defensive 50 for the Demons.
Gives it to Walsh. Walsh unloads. Now there's 2 options down the ground. At the back, Riley Daniels takes the mark. Quick hands to Bolton. Bolton under all sorts from Taylor Cameron. Taylor Cameron, great effort. Has he got the ball out of bounds? The umpire says no, it stays in. The ball goes over the top. Corey Daniels has got the handball opportunity in the middle to Utica. Lucas been really good today. Tired legs. Can he squirt one around? He can. Not quite far enough though. Goes over the line and out of bounds on the minor score comes on the board. So 5-5 United, but it's Woorinen 12 goals 8-80. 22 gone third quarter, and that's on the Houston Club Resort scoreboard.
Missing another opportunity there. The Demons really should have done a little bit better than that, as Gardner brings the ball back into play, goes long down the line, goes to Lockie Gardner. He couldn't take the mark, but plays on anyway. Goes up towards centre half forward. Mark taken by Collicote. 1-on-1, Skane and Richmond. Oh, Skane too strong. Then turns around and slams it home for the Tigers. So Skane gets his third of the afternoon. They go to 13-8-86 Woorinen. They lead United 5-5-35. 22 gone in the third term on the Houston Club Resort scoreboard.
And that last minute just is a demonstration of the difference between two sides today. United had the ball, they had it free moving down on this wing side here between Riley Daniels and Charlie Bolton. They just made a mess of the possession there. Ended up getting it through for a point. Woorinen went the other end of the ground, clean possession, Skane got it on the end of it. Took a good marker, would have paid it, but played on straight away, kicked a good goal.
Contender for the Swan Hill High mark of the day, Matty. Add it to your long list. Ball back in the middle. Jai Barry just simply sidesteps around, gives it to the medalist in Henry Thompson, being good today. His kick into the forward line. Skane not able to get onto it. Mace can. He gives it across. Dougie has a shot on goal, and the goal umpire does a lot of work. Minor score. Woorinen peppering away. 13 goals, 987. United 5-5-35. No sign of the old no game play blues here today.
So ball kicked straight up the middle of the ground by O'Neill, but it'll be coming back. Matt Gardner, he's been sensational this afternoon. He went short and found Lockie Gardner just inside forward 50, and the big ruckman will go back and kick and look for his first goal of the afternoon.
Cadina's Mechanical and 4x4, absolute contender.
So Lockie Gardner. The Tigers leading by 52 points. The game is dead and buried now. Looking to extend that lead. Gets underneath it. The wind will grab it. It'll take it off course. It does. It's through for a minor score. 13-10-88 Woorinen leading United 5-5-35. 24 minutes gone in the third term on the Euston Club Resort scoreboard.
Well, Demons trying something different. They went short with the kick in and gave to O'Neill. O'Neill kicks across the ground, finds a teammate right out wide. The handball comes inboard. Again, the Demons trying to get some run, but it's their handball is smothered. Such has been their day. Goes over the line and out of bounds. The netball earlier on for those that missed it, the 13 under, Lake Boga 28, Chillibuckmanang 16, 15 and under, Lake Boga 46, Tintinda 45, 17 and under, Kahuna 50, Woorinen 40.
So ball tossed back into play. Unable to take possession there was Lockie Gardner. Comes out the back looking for Robbie Rush. Did well there, Rush. 2, 3 good efforts. Then a fourth as well. And the umpire says it'll be a free kick going the way of Robbie Rush for the Tigers.
Just for effort, I reckon.
And you'll have to come back.
Got one high.
Over the mark.
Got one high.
As he goes long inside 50, sitting behind the play, those Walsh takes the mark inside defensive 50 for the Demons.
Walsh has got a couple of players wide. We'll use one of them. He's got a blue hat on. That makes it Grinham. Oh, the ball comes to ground. Good pressure again. Grinham has an opportunity here now. Delbin haven't sided him today after a good effort last week. Gets around. Great foot. Good skills by Grinham. Saw the handball opportunity over the top to Corey Daniels. Lowers the eyes. Gets the ball back inboard. Looks across the ground. Finds Judica. Lucas. It's a 2-on-1. Will Woorinen get the ball wide? They do. And again, it's Gardner. Oh, he's been an absolute rock. He gets it out to Robbie Rush, who is off and gone.
He is. Goes down the line looking for, but unable to find. Collicote goes over his head. It's getting back there. Oh, good second effort there from Collicote. Got rid of the ball just in time. Beams wrapped up in a tackle. And we will have a ball up just outside attacking 50 for Woorinen.
B reserve, it was Coonakangas 53, Woorinen 38. And in the B grade, Woorinen 44, United 32. A reserve, it was Mallee Eagles 45, Coonakangas 37. At the back, it is United with the footy. Bit of run through the middle finally. Kick. Is it going to work? No, it's not. The intercept marker's on. Oh, bought his own football today, if you don't mind, as this man, Matty Gardner, kicks down the ground and finds Joel Barry, who for some reason was left about 40 metres on his own.
He was, goes inside 50, leading back. Oh, big fly there from behind by Perry, may have hurt himself. Comes out now to Joel Campbell. He gets onto the right boot, spots up Mitch Grinham at half back. So Grinham, he goes short over the top, not the best of kicks. Walsh wanted it, but coming the other way to take the mark was Blake Reid. And he will mark between wing and half forward for the Tigers.
Reid with the footy. Been talking to the bench here, I think. Just said, mate, take your time. Why not? 27 gone, third quarter. And it's 13-9, plays 5-4. Reid plays on. Goes to the left side of the forward pocket area. Long kick down the ground. That's been intercept marked by Joel Campbell, who goes short. Looks for find Bingham. No real advantage. Now the handball. Can we see some run here from Sterling? He's kicked down the ground. Centre wing. The ball gets punched toward Elijah Miliardo. Wants to get rid of it quickly. Does. Intercept handball on here by Bolton, but he's grabbed and gang tackled. All the Tigers are ferocious. Pardon the pun, but they really are out there today.
They certainly are, Noel. Right in front of us. She was pretty tough work.
So ball centre wing. Gardner with the tap, only as far as Jordan Utica, gets a 360 tackle before he's taken over the boundary line for a throw-in. 27.5 minutes gone in the third term. It is Woorinen 13-10-88, leading United 5-5-35. And that is on the Euston Club Resort scoreboard.
Ruckman go at it, coming through as Utica, gets the ball out in front of Alex Erlinson, who the ball goes over the line and out of bounds. Sophie Disher was the best on court in the A grade, where Kundruk Barron 51 defeated the Mallee Eagles 37.
So ball to be tossed back into play now. Centre wing, grandstand side of the ground as Gardner taps it down, taken by Walsh, wants to get back onto the right boot, does, throws it on the boot, gets it inside 50, bouncing ball. Booth and Daniels leading back in the chase, that's Corey. Just didn't sit for either of them. Kane Reid, little tap to himself, but out in front of Booth again, who's happy to see it over for a boundary throw-in over in front of the scoreboard.
I reckon 3 weeks ago that would have bounced up to his hands, wouldn't it? But just sometimes it bounces the ball, just doesn't go with you, and Woorinen are making their own luck as well too. I mean, two players there worked hard, get the ball over the boundary line.
Team defence, wasn't it? Team defence, you know, they doubled up, they made sure it was close to and then over the line, and the umpire will call for a ball up here, the 50-metre line. United, yes, they're into attack, but the scoreline says, boys, it is a forlorn hope. 13 goals, 10-88, plays 5-5, 35, 29 gone in the third.
So Gardner taps it down only as far as Xavier Johnson, who's wrapped up in a tackle. And it's going to be a free kick going the way of the Demons. I'm not sure what that was for, to be honest. Surely it wasn't for holding the ball, but goes inside 50 to Alex Erlinson, who marks.
That's what they paid. Probably unfortunate there for him. He didn't have much opportunity at all. So unfortunately,
he had zero prior opportunity. But anyway, it is Erlinson who's taken it for United.
He deserves to kick a goal. He's been working pretty hard.
He has. Not just today, but across the final series. He's been one of their better players. Right on the siren, Erlinson's kick. It will fall short. It will not register a score. And at three-quarter time, it is all yellow and black by 53 points. 13-10-88 to the Demons, 5-5-35. Third quarter was brought to you by the Euston Club Resorts. And on the other side of this break, we will have the final term for season 2025 right here on 3SH Central Murray Live.
Graham Hayes Real Estate, Club Barham, Harvey Norman Swan Hill, and Holt Mitsubishi Hyundai and Isuzu Ute.
It's the Central Murray Live Grand Final Special.
13-12-90, Woorinen leading 9-9, West United 5-5-35. It is a 55-point lead to the Tigers. And we're going to head straight down to the boundary thanks to Mawson's Concrete out of Matt and Glenn.
Yeah, Flemo, thanks very much. I went over to the Woorinen huddle, and probably as you expect from the Woorinen side, very professional in that three-quarter time huddle. You'd probably say that they've got it pretty well in the bag, but Tim Free wasn't letting them think about that at all. He's going through all the things they need to work on. Even actually pulled a few of their players on letting United kick a few goals there as well too, so you can see he's drawn it into them right down the end. Stuart, you're over at the United huddle?
Yeah, it certainly was, mate. I listened to Joel Campbell there in the huddle there. He was talking about running the ball wide and get the run going. Corey Daniels talked about throw everything, entertain the big crowd, he said. Take the game on, and then Murph talked about space and speed.
Yes, it's almost the one thing that they have built their game around, but is the one thing, Noel, that they have not been able to get going today is that run and carry and that quick ball movement from the Demons. And it's almost as though the battery's been drained absolutely dead over the last 3 weeks. Yeah, absolutely. That's a correct summation, I would suggest. But again, credit to Woorinen because they have really made every contest an absolute contest. I mean, you know, the Demons get a football on their hand, and the Tigers are just going to tackle them and put them to ground. You know, they're making it really physical, making sure that the run has gone out of the legs, and it certainly has so far as the Demons are concerned. As we see back in the middle of the ground, not too many changes that can take place here to help the Demons get going. Certainly Gallows back in there, Erlinson in to do the ruck work against Lockie Gardner, but structurally, it is what it is.
Just saw big Carl Dittrich here as well.
Well, the final quarter of season 2025 is underway with thanks to Sid Wilson Auto Electrics. Here's Noel Watson.
13 goals, 12, plays 5-5. Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard, and forward they go. And that is the Tigers. The ball comes over the back of the pack, picked up by Gallo, who bangs it on the right boot. Now the Tigers are calling deliberate. The central umpire is suggesting, I agree with you, boys. It's going to be a free kick, and it's going to go the way of the hard-working couple hundred games a little while back in Jai Barry.
So he goes short, finds a teammate there in Dougie Beams at half-forward for Woorinen. He will load up and go all the way towards the attacking goal square for the Tigers. Game was held behind the ball. Didn't matter though. Perry comes across and takes a good, strong Swan Hill High mark of that A contender over in front of the scoreboard. And he's been really good this afternoon. In fact, both Perry and Skane have given them a good target, the Tigers up forward.
Certainly, he's shown as well too. I mean, he had his name over that the whole time. As soon as the ball kicked into him, he put his name on the footy. Just was a real presence there. No defender got near him and took a very good mark.
So he's only kicked one this afternoon, but he's been a real presence up forward. And that is almost symptomatic of Woorinen's day. They've just had contributors all over the place, not necessarily playing at their best, but they have all contributors as Perry gets his second, a much-deserved one at that. And that will kickstart the celebrations for the Yellow and Black Army. 14-12-96, United 5-5-35. A minute into the final term on the Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard.
And he's worked hard today, Matt Perry, as you said, and deserves reward as well too. Probably the kick for goal wasn't the prettiest, but you don't get extra points for good kicks on goal. So the goal was all he needed in the end. Good work there from Matt Perry.
Boys, I don't like your job of picking the Cadiz Mechanical and 4x4 because Woorinen have got so many good players. And we've already mentioned, you know, players that are out there like Woorinen, who's done his job, hasn't he? He's really done his job. Dougie Beams has done a great job. Coming out of the middle, it's Walsh who's gone on the ball, as we mentioned. Kicks long into the forward line, but terrific mark taken. And talking about Cadiz Mechanical and 4x4, probably there he is, Matty Gardner.
So it goes out long. Walsh crashes the pack, didn't bring the ball down. Rush did. Comes out now to Barry. He goes long inside 50, looking for Collicoat. Threadgold gets the spoil away from him. Just unable to pick it up there was O'Neill. Miliardo, clever little handball, back in looking for Collicoat. Unable to run onto it. Now comes out towards Beams, a high up and under kick. Floats towards goal. Perry wanted it more. Oh, the little toe poke. In fact, it'll be a free kick. That'll be coming to Skane for a hold from the top of the goal square. And Woorinen will kick their 15th and bring up the ton.
Rickman not happy, but it was there.
So Skane, and again, between him and Perry, we just said a moment ago, both been very good. He will go back. He's looking for his fourth of the afternoon. And Woorinen, they are doing as they want at the moment. As Skane now puts it through. And they bring up the ton to the Tigers. 15-12, 102. United 5-5-35 on the Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard.
Yeah, great goal there. I think there's about 9 goal kickers that they've had. Might even be 10 actually. 10. So, you know, that's just the spread of with the Woorinen Tigers today, and Skane has been very good kicking for Woorinen so far.
Stewie, I think you're nearest the pin.
Yeah, okay.
As far as margin is concerned, this is a massive result.
Yes.
10 goals, 7, if you like. Gee, that is a big result in a grand final against two sides that seemingly were evenly matched. Again, the ruck work. Again, it comes down to Jai Barry, who kicks for space, kicks toward the boundary line. The ruckman not able to get a clear hand on it. They just leave it to the on-ballers at this stage. The ball comes out wide. Now, the Demons have the footy through Best Premi. It's a little up and under. Utica gets in front. Been good today, Jordan. Plays on through the middle of the ground, looks for Walsh, got it, wants the play on advantage, does, kicks over the top to O'Neill. Now O'Neill's going to struggle for speed here. He gets shunted out of the road and Rush shoots the ball over. Comes to Langford. Langford through the middle of the ground, kicks deep into the forward line. The marker's taken down ground by Perry. Oh, just having a great time down there, those two now. The kick, in fact, down the ground, set them up beautifully. Through the middle was Woorinen, it was, I think, who did the kick, but it doesn't matter. It's come into the forward's hand. And a chance here now for Matt Perry to bring up his third.
Yeah, just too good, really, aren't they? That's just clean ball movement. Maxie Thompson rolled the dice on centre wing, and unfortunately, it went the other way. Rush just wanted the ball a little bit more.
Absolutely. Perry directly in front. for his third. Oh, he just loves it off the boot. Don't worry about anything else, boys. It's gone straight through the middle. 16-12, 108, Woorinen United, 5-5, 35. If it wasn't over at half or three-quarter, it is now.
And that was really symptomatic of the game today. United, when they moved the ball, they turned it over too many times. Too many times where they missed their target. That time there, Walsh was trying to go to O'Neill, missed O'Neill. As you said, Robert Rush came off Max Thompson there, attacked the footy, won the footy, and then kicked it into his dangerous forwards as well too. And really haven't Skeen and Perry in the second half really dominated.
A couple of clever people in the grandstand here looking to the timekeeper saying, wind it up, wind it up. Not forthcoming.
So ball now. Erlinson tried to find a teammate there in Vespremi, couldn't do so, and Jai Barry wrapped up in a tackle there from Joel Walsh. We'll get another ball up, still inside the centre square, as it's Gardner now who taps it over the back, only as far as Gallo. Fed the handball out to Utica, as Noel said, really good this afternoon, but he's been all on an island this afternoon for the Demons as Thompson spots up Daniels. Goes it back to Thompson inside 50, not the best of kicks. Mark taken by Mitchell Lawn, 30 from defensive goal.
Yeah, ordinary kick into the forward line. Your Lawn has a chance to come over the top, looks for Thompson. Top finds him, that's Henry. Just takes a breath, Henry. Looks down the ground. If he wants him, he does have Perry. Decides to go in the middle of the ground to Gardner. It was a one-touch bounce, and now at the back of the pack, it is O'Neill who kicks the easy mark, goes inboard, finds Walsh, who bursts to the outer side. Oh, it's going to hit the target. Yes, it does. Grinham is off and running.
He has a bounce, centre wing, far side of the ground, kicks in the direction of Riley Daniels. Just works Stone under the ball. Daniels goes back, feeds the handball to Threadgold. He goes inside 50, all on his own. Dolben marks over in front of the Leisure Centre. Hard against the boundary, about 40 from home.
Tricky shot here.
So Dolben, he was good last week, hasn't seen a lot of it this afternoon. And again, not on his own for those wearing red and blue. Mitch Grinham wants it in the middle of the ground. I can guarantee you, Mitch, that Dolbo will ignore you. He is going to have a shot. Kick on its way. It's not a bad effort, but it's offline and through for a minor score. 5-6, 36 United. Woorinen 16-12, 108. And that is on the Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard.
Interestingly, as you said, Mitch Grinham was 50 metres on his absolute own. And no, I'll just go and have a shot at goal. As we wait for Woorinen to bring the ball back into play, they do kick wide and found a teammate. Now again, Woorinen just using the footy around the outer side. Gardner got it across. Now your Lawn has taken it. He's going to come back across to Gardner. That's Matt. He's going to go back from whence he came. Kicks it out wide. Oh, Walsh should intervene. He does. Walsh takes an easy mark. Comes across the body. Big leap by Gardner. Sees the ball go forward of the pack. Gardner goes in. Swings around. Gets the handball away. Comes away with one of the ruckmen for the Demons, who get it out the back. Well, if you don't mind, just stepping through the middle of the pack, there was Henry Thompson, and the ruckman that he stepped around was Larkins.
Goes all the way to centre wing, bouncing ball. Perry, does he keep it in? No, he doesn't. Sees it over the boundary for a throw-in. Half forward for the Tigers. They hold a very comfortable 72-point lead. 16-12, 108, leading United 5-6, 36. 9 minutes into the final term. And of course, you are listening to 3S8 Central Murray Live.
From the ruck work, the ball comes out the back to Utica. His kick got smothered. Again, picked up by Gardner. Lockie banks into the forward line, working his way to the front. Did he get the second and third grab? The umpire has said... What? Yes, mark taken by Matt Perry. He's got 3 on the outer side. He juggled it. He had a crack at losing it, didn't he, boys?
Yeah, he did a little bit there. United player wasn't terribly happy there with the umpire, but he'll line up from some 35 metres out, nearly directly in front.
Matt Perry has 3. See if he can join Kyle Skane with 4. Perry. Unusual action, but usually effective. Comes in. Oh, it's gone off the side of the boot.
What was that you were saying?
Yes, unusual. He nearly fell over. The ball comes to the front of the pack. Coming through there is Bingham. Had the footy dispossessed. Utica in and under. Holding the man would be a free kick against Mace. Mace's got a big smile on his face. Yeah, probably right, Ampy. On this occasion, I don't really care.
He don't. Why wouldn't you when your team's 70 points in front? Kick in towards Richmond, who goes high up and under into the middle of the ground, but straight onto the chest of Josh Stone, who marks for the Tigers, wastes no time, spots Kane Reid, who's run forward from defence, tries to step around Max Thompson. Centering ball was a good pass in the end. Finds Lockie Woorinen, who's been pretty good this afternoon. And Woorinen marks 49 metres from goal for the Tigers.
I like the way he's prepared to run and create space, and then he takes a strong mark too.
So Woorinen, he'll kick from outside 50, but he's got a lovely boot on him. Gets all the way to 51. Swinging back, does it have the journey? It does, but it's offline and through for minus score. They go to 16-13, 109, the Tigers leading United 5-6-36, 11 minutes gone in the fourth term on the Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard.
Chorus of applause there as Henry Thompson came off, boys, down there.
Yeah, it certainly was, and they've appreciated his game today. I mean, they're certainly one of the contenders for the Conveners 4x4 mechanical, best player on the ground.
Ball comes inboard. Again, Woorinen not able to get on it. Walsh just lost for the run of the 40. The ball goes to ground. It has to be a free kick. It is. It's going the way of Gardner. What is he doing all the way to there? Matty Gardner. He's got a free kick at a half forward, kicks into the forward line, the leaper's on, not able to take the mark at the back. Mace, did he cop one? The umpire says no. Walsh gets a little handball over the top to O'Neill. His kick is smothered by Perry, the ball stays in. Now, do they work this out with the left hand? They don't. Barry it was who had the footy in front of him. Skane had the footy gone. Langford around the body. Langford kicks it to Miliato. Miliato had the footy. Jose wants to get it back, does. Held, ball goes over the line and out of bounds. Woorinen holding it in their forward zone, 16-13, 109, United 5-6-36. 12 minutes gone, Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard.
So ball to be tossed back into play, deep inside there, defensive 54, the Demons. As taken now by Langford, tries to turn, tries to get around a couple. Woorinen off the ground with a soccer shot at goal, has missed. And through for another minus score, 16-14, 110, United 5-6-36, 12 and a half gone on the Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard.
Well, Jordan Utica done everything today. Now he's going to do the kicking in. Where will he aim? He needs to go short because there's nothing long. He does go short. The mark taken by Sterling. That is a contender for the Swan Hill Higher mark of the day. No doubt that was a really courageous marker. Uwe had heat coming. Now he goes back to Utica. Utica can go short through the middle. Does. Looks for a teammate in Gallo. Gallo gives the hands over the top. United don't mess around too much with it. Get it on the boot. Riley Daniels does. Unloads with a big long torp into the forward line, but there's numbers back for Woorinen. Oh, don't tell me Riley Daniels is going to kick an 85-metre goal. He didn't. Went through for a minor score. Woorinen 16-14, 110. That was a highlight. And United 5-7-37, nearly.
So ball brought back into play. And Threadgold with the tackle. We will get a ball up right on attacking 50 for the Demons. It is going to be a very comfortable win in the end to Woorinen this afternoon. 13 gone, and they hold a 77-point lead at the moment. 73-point lead, I should say. As bouncing ball taken by White. Centre wing runs out of room, and it will be thrown in centre wing far side of the ground.
Jamie Nicholas coming into the side today will enjoy the grand final, and he will have fond memories of this one from the ruckwork. The ball goes forward for the Tigers, but at the back it's Bingham. Has the 44. The Demons slipped as he was about to get rid of it, and again the Tigers just tenacious at the footy. Kick the ball out as a hold. Free kick. It'll go the way of the Demons. They've taken the mark anyway. Come across. Missed the kick. Reid has it. Ooh, leave it into the forward line. Comes over the back of the pack. Langford puts the body in, gets a little hand in. The ball goes to ground. Play on as a call, and that's exactly what the Demons do. Ball comes out of side. Threadgold with it.
He does. Spots up Liam White out wide. He goes inboard, finds Nick O'Neill. Could have given the handball to Walsh, decides to kick instead. Inside 50, Vespremi. Oh, good mark going back with the flight, Ben Booth. And that is a Swan Hill Higher mark of the day contender. And last stages of the game, it is well and truly over. And to go back with the flight like that, says quite a bit about Woorinen this afternoon. Centering ball, looking for Daniels, goes over his head. Coming the other way was Gallo. Was he held? Umpire said nothing doing. Mace fires the handball out to the Jack Betts medalist in Henry Thompson.
Henry goes towards centre half forward Langford at the back. Just pushes the ball to ground. He knows he's got numbers. Coming around across the body. Oh, shot on goal. Has it gone through? It has. Will Collicoat brings up his second, and Woorinen's 17th. Who'd have thought? 17-14 Woorinen, 1-1-6. United just 5 goals, 7:37, 16 gone. Final quarter. Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard.
Do you reckon that Will Collicoat had been practising that one for a while? He pulled it out straight away, the old bow and arrow as well too, and made a bit of a pointed reference to maybe someone on the United bench as well too. But you know, good play there by Woorinen. But again, just too classy all over the ground. Woorinen from Ben Booth taking that mark down in the back line, really strong mark up to Collicoat kicking that goal.
So back in the middle. And offhands coming off the line, there's Grinham. He takes possession, goes over the head of White. In the end, it went to nobody other than Kane Reid, who runs his full measure. Kicks down the line, looking for Jamie Nicholas. Ball doesn't sit for him, goes over the boundary line and over for a throw-in.
Boys, that kick from Grinham. Every game this year we've seen him hit target after target. Today, nowhere near it.
And this pressure does to you, mate, because, I mean, you know, there was no pressure. He tacked the ball well. He won it so easily as well, too. And then that 25-metre kick, United have done all day, have missed all day, and that's been just a summary of their performance today.
From the ruckwork, the ball goes down the ground. The mark has been taken across half-back for the Woorinen combination. Now Reeds has got it. He just wants to try and find someone short. Does, finds Jai Barry, who doesn't mind taking a mark. And he's got the footy now. The next problem is his kick. He's going to go inboard. He's going to kick to a target. Lead up mark taken by Collicoat, who swings, goes into the forward line. Speaking of lead up mark, the umpire says no play on it. The ball goes to ground. There will be a free kick to the United defender, and that is Walsh. Joel Walsh worked hard for that one, but he gets the resultant free kick across half-back.
Fair to say the neutral supporters have cleaned out as well at the moment as Walsh comes out wide, finds a teammate there in Gallo, who spots up Sterling short in the corridor, feeds the handle off to Utica, back to Sterling. He gives the handle off to Gallo, who's running from behind, goes down the line, wants Charlie Bolton, who marks on the chest. So too far out to score. Daniels wants it shorter, into the pocket, goes in that direction. Not the best of kicks, however. And it goes over the boundary line and over for a throw-in.
Well, Corey pointed to the pocket, just not that deep. It absolutely got nowhere near him as the Woorinen players coming on and off the ground, just giving themselves high fives, and why would you not? Umpire throws it in, comes over the back, free kick. Will it be an advantage or a 50-metre, because the umpire's called for the ball to come back. Now, which way is it going? It's going a free kick the way of Alex Erlinson for a ruck infringement. So Alex, and we are directly behind this one. Been toiling away. He's been really good in the lead-up games, just toiled away today. We thought the double teaming might have affected Lockie Gardner. Did early, but then he really found his mojo, Lockie Gardner, especially when Woorinen made a couple of changes, and Lockie enjoying some time on the bench as Erlinson will take a shot. Alex Erlinson, some late glory perhaps. Kicks really well, and then comes straight to the bench. Straight through the middle. Woorinen 17-14, 1-1-6 United. Get a late one through Alex Erlinson. 6-7-43. 19 gone on the Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard.
That was a nice goal, wasn't it?
Yep.
Kicked through that. It was good effort, but he's come straight off.
Cramping.
I don't know whether he's got cramp, yes, I think it is, or it might have been his calf, but I think it is cramp.
So the Demons now, that ends a run of 6 goals for the Tigers, and that's kind of been the story this afternoon as well, Matt. They just seem to pile on the goals in big numbers in clumps, the Tigers.
And that's because they've been winning the contest. They've been moving the ball forward and putting the United defenders under all sorts of pressure in those periods of time there. And it just shows how good Woorinen have been all year.
Like when they kick 8 straight or something in that block.
They did, yes.
Yep.
So it comes out now to Shadbolt, who got the free kick. He goes in the direction of and finds Gallo, who has a bounce. Runs to 70 out, goes long inside 50. Charlie Bolton at the back, can't mark. Daniel stayed down, that was Corey. Kick around the corner, that's a goal. And that is a Vernon Steele goal of the day, contender to Corey Daniels. Something from nothing, gets his second of the afternoon. And they go to 7-7-49 United. They trail Woorinen 17-14, 116 on the Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard.
A bit of late joy there for United and won the ball quite well as well too. And as we've seen all day, I mean, Woorinen kick them in clumps, United kick them in clumps. The difference with United's clumps, their clumps are 2, not 6, 7 or 8 like Woorinen have been all afternoon.
So the boys on the wing here, Maxie Thompson having a bit of a discussion with Elijah Miliardo. probably talking about tomorrow or whatever else is going on, but not about the game today. I would suggest it is done and absolutely dusted. 20 minutes gone as coming out of the middle, Walsh copped one high. The umpire says, yep. As the Demons, I thought they were going to play, but it goes back to Walsh, who will kick with the right boot to the outer side.
He does, goes in the direction of Grinham, who marks. He can go wider still to Shadbolt, who takes it over in front of the Leisure Centre. He centres the ball up looking for Jordan Utica and straight onto his chest.
Played a good game, hasn't he?
He has. He's been the Demons' best, and he's been the Demons' best by a fair way, Stewie.
He certainly has.
And then Jordan Utica marks about 47 from home. Almost directly in front.
What's the breeze doing down there, boys? Just about done?
You've dropped a little bit just here. Probably still through this midfield at the moment. Trees not as blowing as much as they were before.
So Jordan Utica, but the only thing he hasn't done today is kick a goal. He's done almost everything else for the Demons. Gets the 49. Going to fall short, unable to take the mark. Barry doing the roving, feeds the handball off to Matt Gardner, who'll look to clear for the Tigers.
Just comes out wide, but it's the Demons who've got numbers. Oh, big tackle applied. Oh, that's a superb effort by Elijah Miliardo. Numbers were 3-1 again, and he has laid a tackle that has stuck hard against Jaden Sterling. And Elijah Miliardo, with a haircut I'd love to have. Half-back flank. Can he find a teammate? He's going to go deep, will he? Stoney saying, yeah, kick down the line. He does, and it's a long kick. Reed will fly. The push out the back. Comes over the top. O'Neill, can he get his legs moving? He can, but Stoney's going to come in. Oh, spins around beautifully. Comes to Delbin. Delbin goes across the ground. Got a teammate clear through the middle who should just take off in thread goal. Does. Swings wide with the footy. Goes out really wide. And the mark taken. No, Bolton had the footy, goes to Graham. In fact, the kicker was White through the middle of the ground. It's coming back now. The Demons are in trouble. It's close to the boundary line. In fact, now over the line and out of bounds. Yeah, it was Liam White through the middle who had tons of room.
So, ball now to be tossed back into play at half-back for the Tigers. We've played now 22.5 minutes gone. And Woorinen comfortably going to be premiers this afternoon for 2025. They've been dominant all season. They've been dominant today, and they're going to be deserving premiers as we're going to get a ball up. In fact, it's going to be a free kick going the way of the Demons. It will be Lucas Utica who feeds the handball off to Corey Daniels from 55, loads up, goes all the way to the goal square. Walsh back there, couldn't take the mark. Barry front position, ball gets past him. Dolben just threw the boot at it, couldn't make connection though, as it goes through for a minor score. So 7-8-50 United, Woorinen 17-14, 116, 23 minutes gone in the final quarter, thanks to Sid Wilson Auto Electrics.
To do the kicking in. A big contender for Academics Mechanical and 4x4 best on ground. Don't forget, looking for our Vernon Steele goal of the day and our Swan Hill Higher mark of the day. It's Gardner who goes short, looks for and finds teammate in the middle of the ground there. And the teammate, well, he hasn't got a medal hanging around his neck out there on the ground, but he certainly has for the season. That's Henry Thompson, who goes really wide with the kick, looks for and finds a teammate out of side. Now, on the run here is Rush. The ball's put in front of him. Will it stay in? It does. And Rush. Robbie with the footy gets the handball over the top.
He does. Gives it to Kane Reid. Back to Rush, who kept running. Gets around Grinham. Can have a bounce.
Kick the goal, Rush.
45. Goes with a centering ball looking for Skane. Couldn't take the mark. Spoiled away from him by Richmond. Now Campbell. He got rid of it to Utica. Back to Richmond. He comes out wide and finds Charlie Bolton on the lead.
Bolton covering a lot of the country. Comes back inboard. Well, I think O'Neill was going to be the target, but it's gone to Walsh. Walsh has played on. Now he gives it to O'Neill. O'Neill should go long, hoping for a mark. Does. Goes bang in front. It's Riley. No, it's not him. It's going to be the mark taken off. Goodness me, Matty Gardner. He's just knocking him up, picking him off across the half-back line. He goes short and finds a teammate through the middle.
He does, and that is Jai Barry, who loads up, goes long, inside 50. Stone wants it at the back. Utica, good mark from him, and that is another Swan Hill High marker that they contender to Jordan Utica, who comes wide to Nick O'Neill. And they will look to switch the play here, and O'Neill goes short to Gallo. He takes it. Now goes to centre wing, spots up Utica. I'd love to know how many touches Jordan Utica's had this afternoon. Comes into the middle to Charlie Bolton.
you wouldn't be able to count him. You need an abacus or Glenn Stewart, one of the two, your maths teacher. Goes wide with the kick, deep into the forward line. The ball carries the pack. Coming through, Taylor Cameron can take a bounce or two, decides on one, gives it to Reid. Now, Reid's going to kick backwards. He finds, if you don't mind, Gardner. Gardner goes short through the middle. Again, on the burst, squirting round the Packers, Barry. Jai looks for a teammate, centre wing, and finds him as the kick goes over the top from Stone.
Goes to Miliardo, gives it off to Cameron. He goes inside 50. Collicoat wanted it, left it behind, gets a second bite at it. Does Collicoat, feeds the handle off to Skane with the right foot snap to put the cherry on top for the Tigers. 18-14, 122. United 7-8. 26 minutes gone in the fourth quarter, and that is on the Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard. Skane with 5 for the day.
Yeah, and really dominant performance by Kyle Skane after half-time as well too. He kicked a couple of goals before half-time, but really is his presence up forward, dominant in the air as well too, and that's been the difference for them up forward. They've had two key forwards up there in Perry and Skeen, and then but they've worked at the ground as well too. That's on there. Skane picked it up off his toes and was able to snap over his shoulder. Well-deserved premiership for Cole Skane.
It was a pre-game concern, wasn't it? Because they just didn't have, I didn't think, enough tools down there to combat as the game wore on, and certainly you come to fruition. And it's okay to say you've got Rickman and Campbell there, but these guys are good in the old language, 6 to 8 inches taller, and the arms go even higher, and they're mobile enough too. From the ruck work, the ball comes out wide. Miliardo has the handball combination going. It does. Comes to Utica, though. Utica goes back across to Thompson. Maxey kicks it outside of the boot. Coming across, not able to get there in the end was Langford. Has the footy now. Just waiting, trying to draw some time in. Gives it back to Miliardo, whose kick is smothered. Miliardo could have gone back to Langford, but no, the ball's been smothered, gone over the line out of bounds. 27, nearly 28 gone in the final quarter, and it is 18-14, 122 Woorinen United, 7-8. 50, and that's on the Sid Wilson Auto Electric scoreboard.
Woorinen supporters all crowding the boundary line, waiting for their opportunity to go, as they know there's not long left, and they are going to be very deserving winners this afternoon. It's been a dominant season from the Tigers, as it now comes off hands, taken by Langford. Little handball out towards Warburton. Does he get boot to ball? Thompson with a good tackle there. He'll receive the free kick. So Max Thompson has the sirens down. It is Woorinen's year, and a dominant finish to it. A 72-point win in the grand final. 13-10, 122 have defeated United, 7-8-50 this afternoon. And cue the celebrations for the Yellow and Black Army.
Oh, absolutely, and well-deserved. They've been the best side all year, and they really showed it today. They bared the claws and the teeth and whatever else you want to throw in, as Tigers do, and they were fantastic. Matty Curran down on the ground. Compliments of Mawson's Concrete. Matty.
I've got the winning premiership coach here, Tim Freed. Tim, quickly, how do you feel, mate? I'm exhausted. Unbelievably proud. Massive year. Been the best side in it, and to get the reward today and to put it on display in front of a big crowd, I couldn't be prouder, mate. It's amazing. And you're right there. I mean, like, all your structures you've planned for today worked. I mean, the teamwork, we commented all during the day how your teamwork worked so well together. The forwards worked, the backs worked, the mids worked. It could have been probably a perfect game.
Yeah, look, the second quarter was massive for us. Even the first quarter, I thought, Naya, if they had a couple of shots to give, it was going to be early when they were freshest, and to go in front quarter time and then to sort of put a margin in the game by half-time was massive. And there's no guarantees in footy. We come here today with high expectations, but you just don't know what you're going to get. So plenty of examples of sides that have been upset. Today wasn't one of those days, and I'm so proud.
We talked about connection before the game as well too, and it was connection all over the ground. I mean, like, everyone just played their role. Like, no one kicked 10 goals, no one took 40 possessions. Everyone played their role, didn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's typified by a tackle from Elijah Miliardo. He's been in and out of the side a little bit throughout the course of the year, found a role, made it his own. There's little moments like that we want to celebrate. But the midfield group, led by Henry and Jai and these guys in the middle, with Shop in the ruck, Matty Gardner down back, the list goes on. There was contributors all across the ground today.
In your wildest dreams, did you think you're going to win by that much?
No, I didn't. I've played this scenario out in my mind all week and come up with a number of different results. Nothing as good as this.
I reckon, as you said, you've been best side all year. Go and enjoy it, mate. Well done, mate. Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Tim Free down there with Matt Curran, and probably an opportune time, Noel, to thank all of our coaches right throughout the season who give so much of their time, and in this moment when his team's just won a flag and he's celebrating, he's more than happy to have a chat to us here on 3SH Central Murray Live, and that, as I said, goes across the competition, and we really do thank all our coaches and our players as well who are so generous with their time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And Tim was really good earlier on in the day too, because he wanted to make special mention of everybody in the background that's involved in getting a premiership. He says not just us as the coaching staff. There's a lot of people involved, from the people that get out and mark the ground, all of those people in the background, the unsung heroes. And congratulations to him for being prepared to put them up the front early on. We said whether we win, lose or draw, he said they've got us into this position, and they deserve the credit as well.
They certainly do, and not only that, the playing group as a whole out at Woorinen, let's not forget their reserves also won, so it's going to be party time out at Tigerland this evening. No, I would advise everybody to steer clear of Woorinen today and tonight, and probably for the next week, to be honest, but they thoroughly deserve it, and their twos were just as dominant throughout the season as well, going through almost undefeated, both teams. Yeah, absolutely fantastic, and for those that did miss them early on, the under-15 Swan Hill 7-8-50 defeated Kerrang 1-3-9. In the Colts, it was Swan Hill 12-6-78 over Lake Boga 11-7-73, and in the reserves, as Shane just mentioned, it was a very strong win by Woorinen 7-13-55. Lake Boga 11-3-29.
Sorry, cutting in, boys. I've got Josh Stone with me. Stoney, well done, mate.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, what a day. Great for the club, actually. So,
did you think you'd played that well, your team? I mean, you've trained so well, but it really come together today, didn't it?
Oh, it did. The boys were very confident. Obviously, with the week off, there's always talk around that we're not hard and ready for the contest, but we knew our best footy was good enough. We knew we had to start well. Nia's strength, but they were starting games well, so we thought if we could just get out on the front foot, then the game would play out to our favour. So.
Now, the one thing I've noticed today is, what were you doing in the back line? I mean, you're an X-factor forward and you're down the back line.
Oh, yeah, I've just been chipped around there a little bit just to try and give a few of these boys a bit of guidance, and I don't mind it down there. It's good. So,
thanks, Tony. I've got Matt Gardner here as well too. Matt, congratulations on the game, mate.
Yeah, it was a fantastic game, and mate, Matt's on the radio! Couldn't be more excited and happy for the club. It's just a great place to be.
We talked to it during the year, last game against Tullamarang, about how your defence was so attacking. Today you proved that, didn't you? I mean, repelled all the forward advances for United.
Yeah, we were able to get the ball through the middle a lot and just break it open that way with our run. We're having a couple of weeks off. We had fresh legs, and we talked about that before the game. There's no point having those weeks off if you're not going to use your legs. Nia have been a great side all year, but they've had to play 4 finals to get here. And yeah, we thought they would have some injuries and some sore legs, and we tried to take advantage of that.
So well done, Matt. I'll let you get over the celebrations.
Thank you. Well done, Matt.
Goals, we had Graham Moore and Anthony Van Buren. Our boundaries, Bailey Bowd, Liam Curtis, Kieran Searle, and Harrison Bowd. And our central umpires, Glenn Evans, Dale Hall, Brent Howden, and James Downing. And emergency umpire Damien Hurst. Congratulations to our umpires and thank them for this season. I'd like to call up Jason Murphy and Corey Daniels, coaches of Nine West United, to say a few words.
tough today, but we'll get to work and get another one. To the boys, we love you to pieces. You haven't let us down much, and yeah, it's going to be a hard one to swallow, but we're down back.
I'll now ask our fourth member of AFL Central Region Council to present our AFL 5th Country Best On-Ground Medal, which today goes to, from Woorinen, number 8, Jai Barry. Woorinen. Number 16, Todd Beans. Number 19, Jamie Nicholas. Number 20, Mitch Yulon. Number 21, Taylor Cameron. Number 22, Daniel Mace. Number 23, Matt Perry. Number 25, Ben Booth. 27, Carl Skeen. Number 28, Blake Reed. Number 39, Matthew Gardner. Number 42, Tom Langford. Number 43, Lockie Gardner. Number 63, Xavier Johnson.